Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Give me a few minutes to get situated. Grab a coffee, grab a chai tea, grab some masala. The show starts in a few minutes. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey.
Wait a minute, seen this before. Give me some more of that digital love. No, I can't get enough. Clip through the floor just to get more of that digital love. No, I can't get enough. That digital love, dream of your touch, like a king. When someone tells me this can't be real, there's a rush, can't feel myself blush. Wanna sing, but someone tells me that's true. Can't feel it in the air, not like I care. Because I let the wind blow through my hair. Try not to stare. Even if I can't explain all the ways, past the days till they overlap. Take it back, I don't want it to end. Call you back, faded black, flame 310. Like an arrow through my heart. Yeah, you had me from the start. And if I'm being honest, I think you're flawless. Wait a minute, seen this before. Give me some more of that digital love. No, I can't get enough. Clip through the floor just to get more of that digital love. No, I can't get enough. If it's virtual, refer to me the same. If it hurts to see that maybe you're to blame. If the worst of me is hidden out of frame, can't have it all. Stereo with the kick flip going aerial. Fair enough for the day with or without me. Everything you see isn't all of me living in 3D. Start a new chapter and everything will change. You'll be glad after. Wait a minute, seen this before. Give me some more of that digital love. No, I can't get enough. Clip through the floor just to get more of that digital love. No, I can't get enough.
In a blink, looking in my eyes, know what you think, and you won't look twice. You hear me synchronize and recognize that it's not paradise. Seen this before, give me some more.
Digital love. No, I can't get enough. Clip through the floor just to get more of that digital love. No, I can't get enough. Da, 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 da. Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome to the Stars Align. The most electric show in all of Azeroth. Pooh. I posted a new basketball video today. I posted a new cleaning the community video. Glory to God. The lighting's terrible in here. Let me put the lights on real quick, just to show you guys what's up. Well, I just want to get that there. There we go. See? There we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Without further ado, let's warm up with a little light dance show. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stream. I've been feeling kind of sick, and well, I was like cleaning up trash all day in the community. Did it yesterday for hours, did it today for hours. It's kind of crazy because Yeah, I mean, I definitely spent like just hours fly by. Like literally the whole day flew by, and I was just like cleaning. Um, yeah, and yeah, I did a bunch of other things too. But all right, let's find a good song to dance to. Yeah, it's sometimes tricky to find. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. I'm actually gonna rewind it. I'm gonna rewind it. Give me a second. Here we go. All right, there we go. We're all warmed up. Whew, I'm exhausted. Oh. What up, what up, what up? You get a buff, and you get a buff. You get a buff. I don't give a what? I said you. Yeah. Whee! Well, I like to do Kobe Bryant colors. Oh, that's kind of cool. Actually, well, Kobe Bryant colors are like purple and gold, but that's kind of cool. Green here. I'll show you. Yeah, there's the Kobe colors. There's the Kobe colors. Happy Big Tuesday night. Let's see. As usual, I have nothing planned. And like I actually was kind of feeling a little sick. It's probably from cleaning up trash for like 5 hours today. It's all the cigarette butts are like disgusting, and when like I like collect a few hundred of them and they're in the trash bag, and it's just like, oh, it makes cigarettes are gross. Let me sip a little bit of coffee. Hope everyone's doing well. Might be a short stream, we'll see. Like I said, just like last night, I kind of gauge it moment by moment. I may even end stream a little early today, but we'll see if we get some participation in chat, we get some vibes going, start to feel better. We'll keep the show going. Keep the show going and rolling. I was just working on this cool new song too, but I won't try to perform that right now. I was gonna see if there was any. Lately, I've been performing like all my best songs. The one day for like 2.5 hours, I did like every freaking song I've ever written. Performed for like literally 2.5 hours rapping. Mahashivratri's coming March 8th. What's up, Conscious Planet? Hey, Priya. Hashtag Conscious Planet. Hashtag Shag Shoyal. Here we go. Yeah. Chat.
Shambo, let's go. The only way is in. IDOE flow. Shambo, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Shambo, let's go. The only way is in. IDOE flow. Shambo, IDOE flow. From darkness to light, that's right. My life was straight time. You said it right, so right. Now my life's tight. I just ignite. I'm burning bright like a star at night. I'm just wildlife. Shambo, let's go. The only way is in. IDOE flow. Shambo, let's go. Shambo, let's go. The only way is in. IDOE flow. Shambo, IDOE flow.
Alright, let's hop into some games. Enough playing around, will ya? I got some leftover candies, little sweet tarts. Oh man. I feel like it's going to be a short stream. I feel like it's going to be a short stream. Literally, I'm exhausted from like working all day today. Hope everyone's having a beautiful Tuesday night. I'm actually, it's really funny because, well, geez, like once again, I say it once, I say it twice. The last 5 years, I've been doing content like every day. And then like a year and a half ago, I started getting successful on YouTube with the new Street Baller Emerges. And even today, the video I posted like an hour ago, it's already got like 600 views. But I'm just like, and then I'm exhausted, I'm exhausted. Tomorrow, like I've been saying that for months, like tomorrow I'm going to take it easy and take a day off, but I'll probably take it easy tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just so tired. Let's load Warcraft. But let me also make sure, yeah, I stopped the clip. Perfect. Excuse me. Hashtag Conscious Planet. Hashtag Save Soil. I don't want to sip on too much coffee. Well, this is a cherry Diet Coke. Cherry zero sugar. Oh. Let's just hop right into it. Oh, man. Ooh, look at that new guild tabard. That is fly. That is freaking fly. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna like message Priya and tell her. I was like, I may not stream, but we'll do it for a little bit. A little bit's okay. Yeah, I definitely feel out of it. I'll definitely feel out of it. Yeah, I sold all that stuff I needed to the other day. Let's stuff ourselves. We live at youtube.com/@the-stars-align. Thank you. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's vibing. Hi YouTube, hi mom, burial set. That's awesome. They're saying hi. Bunny's Druid just said hi. I'm text to voicing for everyone. All right. Let's level up a little bit, or let's like my goal usually each time is level up. Because we're taking the slow but steady path back to level 41. And then we'll go say hi to that shark that ate Booyah. That's actually, what's funny is it would make... Let me turn on the volume. That would be pretty hype. Anyone got any fun stories? Oh, Priya, can you tell me about the aquarium? I actually meant to ask you about the aquarium. Just been feeling so sick lately. Oh man, yeah, really, today, like, because like if I make a plan to clean again and like I really wanted to go back to the spot and clean again, I was so exhausted today. But I still, if anything, I think I worked more today than I did even yesterday, even though I worked really hard yesterday too. It is what it is. Let me check chat. Booyah, yeah, the shark. I still think that's the funniest thing ever.
I need to get closer.
Yesterday I was forgetting to do Moonfire. Is that one dude online? He's not. And I thought I friended Burial. Friend Bunny's Druid. Level 60 mage, nice. There's a Booyah. Yeah, it's probably gonna be a short stream. I did get a lot done today too. Ugh, but yeah, cigarette butts are so gross. I literally cleaned them all up, but like, geez, ugh, they're disgusting. I won't complain about it too much though. I still did it joyfully the best I could. But I think not feeling well makes it a little harder too. And then also, well, I noticed too, from this being my second day of just cleaning up random trash for hours, there's so many alcohol bottles. Like, people just get those like little mini whiskey and vodkas, and they just must drink them and chuck them like literally every day. They're like all over the place. I'm not even joking. Like, I pick up like 20 of them every day. I'm like, who is drinking like this? You know, I don't know. But I even try to tell myself, I'm like, you know, just clean it up. Wow, you can really tell I'm in one of those minutes. I'm like, normally my stories are like way more elaborate, and I'm just like, just clean it up. Oh, I do have kind of a funny story. 1, 2, 3 in chat if you guys want to hear a funny story. Otherwise, I don't have the energy for it. And like lately I've been trying to be, because like I have had a lot going on, this and that. I like to set the bar really low. To be like, I'll get level 10 and then maybe we'll see how many viewers we're at. Remember last night I kept saying I was gonna, but I was feeling good, but I was just tired. But I was like, oh, and that's probably part of why I'm a little like feeling sick. I like 8:30 or 9, I was like, oh, I'm gonna sign off, and I saw 7 people watching, and I was like, oh, I can't sign off with 7 people. And then every hour I kept checking, and 7 people just stayed in chat, and I was like, well, I literally can't stop, because you know, for the YouTube numbers and getting monetized, like I need the watch hours, and I'm like, that's part of the reason why I'm doing this, but I'm also just sharing my gifts and passions and talents with the world. All that good stuff. But yeah, today I was like looking at those videos that Priya showed me of the aquarium. And man, I could just really use a chill day like that. Today, each day, I keep saying tomorrow I'm definitely gonna do it, but I'll probably end up just cleaning up trash for hours, and I'll probably try to consciously like do less tomorrow, still be of service, but then just like chill, and like I would just like to go do nothing. Like, what do you call it? Even like, well, I looked up what movies are playing in the theater now. Movies suck nowadays, but I was like, I'll go see any crappy movie. Cheer.
Hail to the night.
YouTube.com/@thestarsaligned. Clap. Cheer.
Alone be
Laugh.
praised.
True. Warcraft is so cool. And then today too, I was thinking, oh, I want to make a new Booyah episode, but who knows? Tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, doing a Booyah episode. I like came up with the idea for the episode in my head. No spoilers, but tomorrow I'll make it. Let's read chat. You want the bear, you get the claws. So you want to hear the story? Well, it's kind of funny. Let me sip the coffee. What's funny is this is the coffee I made last night, guys. Well, I drank the cup last night, but I drank some of it, but then I drank all of that, or whatever was left this morning. I finished, and the pitcher of coffee, before I went cleaning today, I just like poured it, mixed creamer, some cream flavor, creme brulee flavor creamer, and I just like put it in the fridge, but when I came back, I'm like, ooh, I have that coffee. I actually think I cleaned for like 5 hours today, because the time just flew. Oh yeah, funny story. So it's so silly. It's like just funny, and things like this kind of like happen all the time. Yeah, and like I said, if I seem a little off, it's because I am. I feel sick, I'm tired, and yeah, it's all good. I mean, I'm like happy actually, or whatever, the best I can be. So the funny story. And I had for like hours been like cleaning trash, and then I played a little basketball, and I was just chilling out. Oh, but yeah, right when I was done cleaning the trash, when I went to my car to like put my gloves away, I put my gloves on top of the car, but then this woman walking by, it's so funny because like this has happened before, where it's like I had just got done doing selfless service for 3 hours with just volunteering, nobody telling me to do it, and like I clean trash like every day. In general, I just always clean up. I'm a yogi, and I learned that from Sadhguru. But lately, I'm literally like dedicating hours of my life of selfless service, karma yoga. And then there's always like I'll be nice about it, because actually she was like it ended up being a great conversation. I'm like editing the story as I tell it, but I mean it's what happened. But I'm just saying, like, you know, trying to share like the important details. But I put my gloves in the car, and then, but she like at first she made like a weird comment or something. She was just like I said, I don't want to quite repeat what she said, but it was like kind of like, you know, like and at first, like sometimes you have like the, what do you call it? The initial reaction to be like, lady, like who are you? Like, mind your business, like just some random lady. Cause like yeah, I won't like necessarily like repeat what she said, but it was just like, she was like making a joke or something or trying to be funny, but people, they always do this, like they do it passively. It's not like they're actually like coming up and talking. They're like walking away, but then being like, oh yeah, nice gloves. Let's just say she said that or something. Or like, they're just like, whatever. And I'm like, what is this lady? What is she talking about? Is she the one that was drinking those empty bottles that were everywhere? But, she makes a comment about the gloves, and but then I said, you know, I said, hi, how's it going? Or hello. And I said, glory to God. I said, God bless you. I always say to people, like, whatever, like the stupid stuff they say to me. There was like another stupid thing some guy said to me the other day, and I'm like, wow, people are so stupid. Like this one guy, this is literally what he said. I've been cleaning for hours, and you know, sometimes people, they say like, "Oh, thank you. It looks beautiful. It looks great." And I don't do it for compliments. But he said, "Oh, I lost $5 here, right around where you're cleaning. If you find it, let me know." And he was just like walking by, and I'm like, I said, "Oh yeah, sure." And he was like, "Who knows? You may get lucky." And I was like, "Okay." And I just said, "Glory to God," or I said, "God bless you." I always say, "God bless you." Just like walk away. But sometimes people just start talking or whatever. But getting back to the strange woman. So I said something similar where I just said, "Oh, hope you're having a blessed day, like glory to God." And then she said, and I said, "Oh, I have the gloves because this is the second day of me coming here, but I said I'm a basketball player, but I clean up all the time. And just yesterday, well, I clean up all the time, but just yesterday I started coming here and making it a conscious effort for Conscious Planet Save Soil to just, I get a trash bags and I have these gloves. I even put gloves on the gloves because, you know, like when you clean up trash for hours, the gloves rip. So you have to like keep it extra layered or whatever. I learn every day. I learn the tricks of the trade every day. And but it went from like her just saying like kind of being a little strange or a little weird or, you know, out of place. But I try to practice like what Yogananda says, and I'm like, even if people are just like not even knowing what they're talking about, I'll just be friendly, or I'll be like, "Oh, God bless you." It really catches people off guard, because then she stopped to talk to me because I said, "Oh, like God bless." Oh, she kept walking, and then I said something like, or she said something else where she was like, "Oh," she goes, "Oh yeah, I think I think I saw you the other day cleaning," or something like that, and I said, "Yeah." And I really can't remember quite how the conversation continued, because what did she say? Oh, she just started telling me about some television show she was watching, and it was just like some really strange show, and she's like, "Oh, you have to watch it, this and that." And I was like, "Oh, yeah. And then she was talking about, well, she happened to, she goes to the same church that I go to, but for different reasons. There's like this group that meets there for grief and all that stuff. And then she actually, like I say, I'm being intentional, not like sharing her business, all this, but she kind of started sharing about her life to me. It's almost like I'm not trying to compare myself to Jesus, and like Jesus is amazing, and but it's like I'm trying to think of like other people you could compare that to, where it's like because of all the because of all the yoga I do and because of my energy, and I just try to be a like positive being in this world for all of like the nonsense and terrible things. Like I just try to be a beacon of light. And but speaking of which, like, because during the conversation she's telling me to watch some like Netflix show, and I like, well, you know, like it honestly would not be, it 100% would not be something I'd watch, but she seemed really passionate about it, and it seemed like she'd been watching it all week, because she pretty much told me that she's like, oh, I've been watching it like all weekend. I just stepped out to get some food or some groceries, whatever, and oh, but then here was part of the, I almost fell off there. One of the funny parts was during the conversation, because when I was listening to her, I kept like bowing before her, and I said, oh, pretty for you for this, when she was sharing about some things she had gone through and all that. But it's so funny because part of why it's a funny story is it went from like 1 minute to like where it was kind of like, why is she talking to me? Or like, you know, and I was like, I just got done cleaning like cigarettes, disgusting cigarettes and wet trash, and I've been making like the community great again. I really was every day I think that too, where I need to like inspire myself to keep wanting to do it. I mean, when I make a decision to do something, I'm gonna do it. But yes, like today particularly, it just was like, it was actually, it made me feel sick because I was still sore from the other day, and I stretched this morning, and I did my best, and I actually, like I said, I ended up doing even more work than I think I did yesterday, or about as much. And then I went and got some Taco Bell and came back here. But she asked, it was, well, this is kind of cool. She said, excuse me, she said halfway in the conversation, she's like, are you a yogi? And I said, yeah. I said, I am. And she goes, oh, she goes, I knew from like that you kept like praying or bowing to me. And I said, and well, people, any Isha Foundation people, what Sadhguru says, when you put the hands together, it unites Ida and Pingala, which is the two energy channels, the masculine and feminine energies, and you know, it represents the duality of like existence, but it unites them. Union, yoga means union. Just a little yoga lesson. I'm a yoga instructor. So yeah, but that was kind of funny where she was like, are you a yogi? Yup, I'm Yogi Bear. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, I want to keep all the stuff she shared private and all that. I just and then yeah, the guy that said he lost $5, I thought that was freaking hilarious. The guy, he's like, if you find that $5, let me know. And I'm like, but he's like walking away anyway, and I was like, yeah, asshole, I'm gonna look for your $5. Just kind of funny. Let's read chat. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people attract to your positive energies and your smile. Booyah. Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry, guys. See wow. You can really, thank you, baby. I'm really out of it. Normally, I've been on top of this stuff. Boom, boom. Excuse me. You can really tell I'm sick. Give me a second. Jeez. I do feel sick. Oh man, Scuff stream. Thank you, Priya. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people. Yeah, and I just read that. But well, you know, sometimes, well, you know what it is, like, I'm pretty, and she told me she was empathic, but I could tell she was, actually, because that was so interesting, because like in the conversation she was like, I've had this happen a lot of times because I can real quick like connect to people's energy and like kind of know a lot about them. They're you know, just I can know a lot about them. very sensitive to the energies from like 10 years of meditation every day. Well, it's been 5 years of Shambhavi or 6 years of Shambhavi Mahamudra every day, and then I've been doing Surya Kriya every day for like the last 2 months. Woo. But then she was like, "Are you an empath?" And I said, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh, I am too." And then, oh, well, this woman, she ended up like hugging me a lot. I know that sounds funny too. Midway through the conversation, she was like, because I think she literally was saying that. She's like, "I love your energy so much." She's like, "I've never met somebody like you," or something like that. And I just repeated her. I said, "I love your energy too." And she says, "This sounds crazy. Can I have a hug?" And I said, "Yeah." I was like, and she goes, "Well, I was worried because you were like staying far away from me or whatever." And it's like, because I don't know who the hell she is. And I mean, I was just kind of like, where the conversation started, I was just staying there. It's like, I'm not the type of person like to walk up to people or whatever, unless I have to like ask a question or something like, "Oh, where's this store?" But I usually like to figure things out myself. I don't really go out of my way to talk to people at this point in my life. I kind of keep to myself. And there was something else to that story, but I got sidetracked. I sidetracked myself. But yeah, she said she was an empath, and she asked if I was, and then we talked about church for a bit, but I don't think she goes to service, but then this Sunday she will, because she was like, she goes to that grief group, and she was like, Oh yeah, about the hugs. That at the one point she's like, can I give you a hug, or can I get a hug from you? And I was like, "Yeah, sure." But she ended up asking for 3, like it was like 2 or 3 hugs from me, or 2. It was 2, because I gave her a nice hug, and because she kind of needed it. I could tell she needed it, but she seemed like a really sweet lady or whatever, and she also gave me her number, but it wasn't like in that way, because we were talking about the group at church. And then she was like, and she told me she had some stuff happen, you know, in her life that was pretty intense or whatever. And she was like, "Oh, sometime," she's like, "Would you please call me sometime?" Or, because she goes, she's like, "Your energy is just so nice and it's so healing, and just talking to you it's like made my whole week better, or my whole day better." And I said, "Yeah." And she's like, "I don't have my phone on me. I wish I had my phones. I'd like you to call me." So I said, "Oh, here, I'll just take your number, this and that." And she goes, "Oh, and when you call, please leave a message." Or that was so funny. She said that. She goes, "Please leave a message and I will get back to you." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, or I didn't say that, but I said, "Okay." I said, she was like, "If you call, please leave a message." And then what else did she say? I said, "Just come to church or whatever." And I said, "We can, you know, I see you at church. Say hi there, da da da. And if you have more you want to talk about with her situation." Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. But here's the thing too, is that normally, I always, how do you call it? I like play things by ear in life, like everything. I just kind of like feel out each situation. I don't make too much of a plan of things. But lately, I do believe in like the prayer or power of prayer. And even sometimes I've been like open to what God wants for like my life and me. And I'll even like to kind of like give some context. So this book, I've been reading this book. I'm actually pretty far into it. It's called Loved and Sent by Jeff Cloyter. I got this from the church I go to. It's about Jesus, and it's about who you are and why you matter, and you know, all that type of stuff. And it's actually a really, really good book. I can actually read from a little bit from it if you guys want me to. If Priya wants to hear some. But I was mainly, sometimes I like ask God, I'm like, oh, because like if I can do, I try not to sound corny, and I'm not like a missionary type person or something like that. But it's like I try to do what I feel like God wants me to do, or to act like as an angel as a representative of the divine. So hopefully that makes sense. And even some things, well, yeah, lately I've been kind of learning that, like, yeah, it's good to, like, sometimes you don't have to explain yourself. And if something means something to me, then that's what it is. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. But I lately, so even something that is kind of like deeper, profound, just about that like silly little story that I had to tell like a very like modified version of. Okay, this, I know what I want to say. Because, like, lately I've been meditating on this a lot. That it's interesting in life where sometimes, someone can say something rude. And don't even know them. Usually it's someone you don't even know, but it could be someone you know. They just say something rude or whatever. And it's just like you don't, whatever, there's a million reasons why they might do that. And I had heard like a Yogananda quote, or once again, I've just heard so many stories. I listen to audiobooks at night, or stories about Yogananda. And I've heard stories about him, like, it's kind of like the thing, you know, Christ said too, where he said, turn the other cheek. Or it's like, you give kindness. You give kindness. If someone's like rude or mean, you just try not to personalize it, and you just keep it moving. But the flip from her being kind of like rude, or I think she just really wanted to maybe like talk to somebody. When I really was like empathically looking at it, I didn't even really analyze it that much because I just let things happen and I hadn't even really thought of it. Well, when I got home, I wrote a reminder to pray for her. And that I did, like, I thought at some point, hopefully she'll just come to church, but I would at least once, because, like, I don't really, you know, I would just, like, reach out once to just make sure, you know, everything's good, and if they need to, because maybe no one wants to listen to their story, and I'm kind of the type of person where I want to be there for people, or I want to hear their story, or I want to make a difference. It actually almost like choked me up right there, made me feel a bit emotional. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But how quick it can flip, that if you can just like almost like the Buddha or Saint Francis or Christ consciousness, to take that and then not to give in to like the temptation, like they say in the Lord's Prayer. Everything you need for spiritual principles is in like the golden rule, like treat others as you want to be treated, and in the just all of that. But it's like it's kind of neat how it can work, where the universe will, like, even if someone's mean, if you're nice and you hold the kindness and like love in your heart and kind of pray for them and don't like stoop to their level, you can actually really fast, like for me, it happens like instantaneously, but it was like that situation, I flipped it so quick. And then she went from like it went from being rude to, then she was like the most pleasant person I ever met, because she was so grateful of like the way I just even responded to her, and I did it so politely. I was so polite about it. But I guess it also makes it, well, ironically, even though I was like feeling really sick too, in my head I talked to God, and I was like, God, why do people do that when like I literally was cleaning up, it's so funny, like I was cleaning up trash for the community. But I have another story that's something very similar to that, but I don't want to ramble too much. maybe another hearts in chat if you want to hear another funny story about cleaning up trash and having people say funny things. Maybe, you know what I thought? Maybe I should start like a YouTube show of talking about these stories of like me cleaning up dirty trash or cleaning up trash and the testimonies of all the things that happen cleaning up trash. Let me read chat. The hug. I'll tell you something else about the hug. It was kind of sweet. A second. Legend says she has been looking for it $5. Priya, that was really, really funny. Oh my God. I needed that. Oh my God. You know, that was the most I laughed all day. I almost started crying. Oh man, I needed that. I can't, I almost can't even handle how funny. To me, that was so funny just because the guy, I thought of you, Priya, when that was yesterday, the guy with the $5. And then, oh, wait. Oh my God, I'm literally gonna cry. The guy looking for the $5 yesterday, I saw him today. It's gonna make me cry. Just give me a second. Let's buff this guy. Om Namah Shivaya. Yeah, I saw the guy that lost $5 today. Sorry, I am empathic. And I've been becoming like, we're all spiritual beings, or we're all spiritual, whether we realize it or not. But yeah, ironically, yeah, just actually, like just now, like, yeah, something, I could share a little bit about it. I was just like thinking about today he saw me cleaning again, and when I saw the $5 guy, I actually recognized him. At first I was like, is that the $5 guy? And I sort of knew it was, so I was like trying to like, even though like if I'm cleaning in an area, I was like cleaning up the cigarette butts, and like, you know, to me, I want to make it look as nice as it can, and I was like right near the sidewalk, and I saw him like in the distance, and I'm like, oh, that's the guy that was like lost the $5. And I was praying to God, but I was trying not to put too much attention. I was like, please God, I don't want him to talk to me today. I was like, I really don't want anybody to talk to me. I'm like, just let me clean and be an angel of God. And like, if you want to say something nice, but just let me clean. And he said something to me, but like, I just prayed for him or whatever. And I told him, I prayed for him, and I just told him, I said, I listened to what he was saying, and I said, oh, God bless you. And I was like, you know, all that. Yeah, I was just kind of like, remembering that. Yeah, I saw that bastard again today. But I guess it's just like I can't help but care about other people, you know. Sorry, I really don't. When I stream, I don't ever plan to cry, trust me. I just really care about other people, and lately I've been like caring about just other people more than myself, or like practicing that more. practicing that more, of just holding others above myself. And it can talk about feeling some things. It can make you feel some things. And then I was like, I was talking to God after the crazy woman that talked to me and I became friends with. Let me grab a tissue. I was talking to God. Oh, now I got a spider eating me. I was talking to God afterwards. I'll tell you in a second. It's okay. By the way, guys, emotions are normal. They're healthy. And when you're doing intense sadhana like I'm doing, you can do your own research on this. Look up Surya Kriya and look up Sadhguru talking about the profound impact, because and Surya, talk about discipline to do it every day, but then now I'm like a very resolute and disciplined and dedicated person, and I work on that even more and more every day. But it will open up things within you. It's made me much more sensitive to life, but it's all good. I feel in time I'll adjust to it, but when I'll read chat in a second too, but I was just thinking about when you really give all of yourself, when you really give all of yourself, and then, like I said, even when people can say, random people that don't even know you, they can say something mean or rude. And then I channel the Christ consciousness, or that Christ energy. And, but then I was talking to God afterwards, and I was like, wow, God, I was like, man, life is, it can be tricky. It can be tricky is kind of what I'm trying to say, or challenging, where especially think about how vulnerable to just no, because here's the thing. Most people do things for, what do you call it? I forget what they call that. A means to an end. But then what if the means is the end, I guess is the way to put it, where I'm the type of person where each time I dance or each time I play basketball, it's to do the thing. It's not really to get anything. And yeah, I'm going to get better. Yeah, this and that. I don't care about all that. I just like to be in the moment and enjoy the thing. And lately, yeah. So especially too, where it's this, it's almost been an experiment to me to step into that vulnerability. And it's I said, it's not fun all the time, or it's kind of it can be gross, or it's disgusting. I said, I had a whole bag of these wet, dirty cigarettes, and it actually almost made me sick. But then I just thought about Christ. And then I thought, because to me, and then I just thought about, I'm oh, well, I was well, you can take a break in a little bit, but when I make a commitment to do something, or I have a job to do, I'm going to do it. And I'm just going to, that's it. That's it. And then you go figure, I ended up working for 2 more hours doing that, but yep. I'm just still laughing at it. But then yeah, I'll tell the story too about the woman that the hug story, because then she needed a hug or whatever, so I gave her a hug, and then it was 5 minutes later, she kept talking about whatever show. She was talking about this show that she's really into, and it was interesting. I was interested in listening to her talk, because she cared about it, so that made it interesting to me. And then randomly she was like, because she kept like, she was like, getting ready to leave. And I was like, all right, see you later. Because I always have plenty of things to do. And, but then she said something too. She kept talking to me, and then she was like, oh, she's like, can I have another hug? She's like, I love the energy coming off of you. And she was like, I really enjoyed that hug. She's like, can I have another hug? And I said, yeah. I was like, gave her a nice hug, and like, it just, yeah, it's nothing. It just was kind of, it was just funny. But yeah, it's just like, that cracked me up too, because like, she went from being like, oh yeah, and then I was at this part in the movie, and this and that. She goes, by the way, she's like, can I get another hug? She kept like asking for hugs. Oh man. Hey Vaishu, what's up Vaishu? Yes, please read some from the church. I was reading Your Faith is Your Fortune. Nice, baby. That's deep. Flip the situation. Oh, thank you. Hi, Vaishu. Mwah. Welcome. Vaishu Asabatit. So there was something else. Oh, yeah. I'll read from the book. So the book I was referring to is Loved and Sent by Jeff Cloyter. And I don't know, this person may... I don't know if they go to my church or not. I don't think they do, but my church... there's like a group of people which I decided to join. After the last service, I said, I was like, oh, I want to get a copy of that book. And yeah, I've been reading it. And it actually, it's part of the thing that got me like cleaning up the trash for hours a day, it was like my idea. Because I just feel like giving back. Like lately, I think it's like the Surya Kriya I'm doing and the Shambhavi all these years, and just everything, all the growth I've been having in my life. And Priya has had such a impact on me. And I was and then in the book, I already was doing it on my own, but then in Arnold Schwarzenegger's new book called Be Useful, he talks about that. The benefits of just like giving back in little ways and big ways, and the little things are the big things, and all of that. But let me see if I can like find something real quick here. You guys watch Booyah. I'll sip some of my coffee. Cheers, guys. Anyone that's drinking coffee or chai tea. I need to go to Barossa tomorrow and get some chai tea. Thanks for kind of like letting me get that emotion out. Like I said, I just let it happen. It's like therapeutic. And I am empathic. I'm 100%. I'm like the definition of empathic. And also I'm having like allergies right now too, so I'm a little itchy, but it's all good. I've had allergies like most of my life. Oof. May need to stretch a little bit. Let me get a little stretchy stretch. Oh. And also look at this too. I don't know if you can see this on camera. Look at this beautiful picture of Sadhguru. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Oh, and you know what mantra I love that I listen to at night sometimes? Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha Akilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha Akilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha Akilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha. Wow. Well, it's funny as well. I've been meditating at night every day. I do sadhana or yogic practices, I've been a meditator for a long time, like over a decade, but for 5 or 6 years, Shambhavi every day, and then I started doing Surya Kriya, which is extremely potent practice every day the last few months, and then I was gonna say, oh, I started meditating before bed every night. But ironically, like I go to the light of God within myself. Like some of the things, like I say, where I try to follow the advice of the masters, where they say you shouldn't talk too much about some spiritual experiences, but then like some of it can be good though. So I just try to keep it like basic. Like I even, yeah, God's light is beautiful, and call it Shiva, that nothingness that is everything, or that consciousness, that energy. But then, yeah, lately, well, I was gonna say meditation for me, it's like the only time where I like relax. It's like meditation is like more restoring and healing and relaxing. It's like sleeping, but you're awake, you're conscious. And ironically, the thing too is like Sadhguru's words even start to make more sense to me, where he says like you don't do meditation, you become meditative, and you keep stepping up to the plate of doing your sadhana every day, even when you feel like it's not doing anything, because it is. So it's like watering the plant, and then someday the fruit falls or whatever, you know. You nurture the roots and fruit happen. But yeah, God's light can I feel that was kind of like restoring for me, to just like processing all those emotions, but then just going to the light of God within myself. And mantra like mantras are very potent too. So when I was doing the Brahma Nanda Swarupa mantra, and I know Gayatri mantra, and I know a bunch of them, but you only need like one. You only need, or like Om. The Om is the holy cosmic sound, just that sound, or no sound. Because I don't want to go too deep into some of this stuff, because well, one thing I was going to say is sometimes people think there's actually, yeah, like light is sound in my experience sometimes, or I can like hear the light of God. It sounds like a strange thing, but it's actually something in my experience. But yeah. I'm going to read from the book too, because I thought before I kind of was like slipping into samadhi. Sometimes I just slip into samadhi. And for those that are not familiar with yogic practices or Indian culture or any of that stuff, samadhi translates to equanimous intellect. But it means like, it's kind of like when you're the Atman, the individual soul or spirit, it begins to feel union or merges with the Brahman, the cosmic, the ultimate. But really it's one of those things like the spirit, we're all spiritual, and but it's like things happen. The fruit falls when it's meant to fall. But it's about, what do you call it? Yeah, nurturing the soil. I'm going to read from the book in a moment, but I got to get Booyah in a safe spot. Where is, let's walk back here. Get Booyah in a safe spot. You guys watch Booyah. I'm going to check chat too. Being meditative has changed my life in so many ways. We were meditating. Oh, hey, Junior. Magic. Here, one second. Let me. Yeah, sometimes too. Well, with you could technically call that a samadhi state. So that, like, the thing too is, like, I'm not like the average or typical meditator. I've been meditating for a long time, and I had my first Kundalini awakening like 14 years ago, where pretty much I opened my third eye spontaneously. But I just kind of try to keep it simple and sweet. But spiritual awakening is an ongoing process, and I can only speak for my own testimony or my own experience. But I keep it short and sweet. But because it's all about God at the end of the day. It's not about the siddhis or any of the gifts that God can give us. Let me read chat real quick. So it's, thousands keep pushing. Oh yeah, I did get a lot of subscribers recently. My basketball videos continue to keep. Thank you, Junior. My basketball videos continue to keep doing really well, and that's always good. And today, yeah, I saw my video today, and I did that first try, my half court shot, but yeah. And then namaste. We were meditating. True, being meditative changed my life in so many ways. And for me, I really needed it today because, like I said, cleaning up trash like 3 to 5 hours each day, and like today I felt particularly sick. But I'm just a very devoted person. Or I always I see things like as a challenge in a good way. But I like even before I started streaming, I was like, oh, I didn't even want to stream. But I was like, sometimes I tell myself, I'm like, I like to be productive, or I like to keep working on things. And sometimes you may not feel like it at first, but then you can kind of like warm into it. But yeah, in like samadhi states, where I can just speak for myself, it's kind of like intoxicating. It's like, it's very like overwhelming, but it's like an expanded feeling. Like I can feel, it's almost like I just become light. Sometimes I have that in my experience where, especially if I'm meditative or focusing on the light of God, or just kind of like, it could be like the bhakti, or like that loving devotional feeling of like offering myself. Oh, look at all these people. Whoa, party. Look at all those dudes.
That's still recharging.
But lately I started becoming, oh, you know what the way to put it too is, even though I still can be self-conscious or this or that, but lately I start to not worry about how I may like seem. Like for instance, like, well, even I knew that it may seem strange, like someone could come in the stream and I'm literally in my third eye, just going there. But it's different than, and this is coming from, like, I've been doing, like, this countless amount of thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of hours. Like, it's beyond thousands. Like, it's just like, but you can start to access something that, like, I just describe it as, like, it's like this light. Or it's like I start to feel like the boundaries of my limited boundary, it's like then there is no boundary, where even for a moment there, like, because like, well, in Shambhavi they teach you, or like in Isha Kriya, when you're done doing the just focusing on the breath and relaxing, you slowly, like Sadhguru always says, he goes, slowly, very slowly open your eyes. And you can almost have this like experience where you're like, whoa, feeling like one with everything. But it is like, in experience, it is like, it's kind of like, there's like, I guess one way to put it, or like the, what do you call it, in like the yogic lore or in the culture, they pretty much say there's like Maya or delusion, and then there's the reality, like with a capital R, like Krishna or Brahma. So, and lately I will admit, I've been from the Surya, and I think just giving myself like, in any way it is, whether it's my dancing, my basketball, my volunteering, my anything, I've almost been having this like experience of like you start to just transform, or you start to change, where sometimes a part of me like, oh, this is very interesting. It's like another like TED Talk type thing. I'm gonna eat some candies too while I show this TED Talk about like my spiritual growth. I hope everyone's doing well, by the way. Namaste every day.
Hail to the night.
But I've been like having this experience of it's like the Surya, effing chat. Well, it's Buff. Oh, it's a Sugar Rush person. I've been having this experience of it's like it's like witnessing the change, and like I'm trying to like word this the right way. Sadhguru would word this so much better than me, but it's like, okay, I know a way to put it, because they kind of talk about this in Your Faith is Your Fortune, where if you wear a clothing outfit that you don't normally wear, you don't feel comfortable in it right away when you wear like a new outfit or whatever, or a new pair of shoes or something like that. But then over time, you keep wearing that new pair of shoes, and like by the time the third time you wear it, you're like, oh yeah, I'm used to these shoes now. So I think with consciousness, it's similar, and like meditation, where it's like you can plateau for a while, but then you can get to new experiences within yourself, and it can make you feel like a different person, or like, because lately I have these thoughts like during the day, like it could even be when I'm cleaning trash or when I'm doing whatever, playing basketball, and it's like you feel like a whole new person in a positive way. But sometimes I think because of all the sadhana that I do, which is yogic practices, it's like intense, or it's like how do you know what it's like to be, like, you know how Christ said about being like a clean slate, or it's like if he heals you and like your slate is clean, and people that do yoga, it like cleanses your karma, it cleanses from lifetimes of energy and all this stuff, like it's a cleansing process. So even like lately, things that didn't used to touch me before, or didn't have an effect on me before, now like I can see a flower. Well, ironically, I was spending time with flowers today too. Oh, and I can guarantee you, because I'm like empathic, where I can like kind of feel what other people are feeling sometimes. It's not like 100%, but I can like feel their energy. And I've had a million times where I'll like even mention to people about their energy, and they'll be like, how'd you know? And I'm like, I can feel your energy. And my whole life I've had that ability, but then I feel like it's gotten like more now. But yeah, that it's like, what was I gonna say? It just feels different and new. Oh, and then I know how to kind of say it, where I'm aware of, like, let's say my personality or who I was as a person 10 years ago, or even like 10 days ago or whatever. But I think it's just more, I was thinking in like a broader sense, where I was like, oh my gosh. And a lot of it's societal conditioning and all the BS in society, and we grow up with everybody telling us, oh, this is this and this is this and this and this, but then how often do we actually ask ourselves how we feel about something, or what are our thoughts on something? So, but then lately I'm like, wow, I can't believe I used to think that was interesting. Like, let's even say with movies, like that woman that I met today that at first was kind of being rude, and then just me being so nice to her, then she became like, she was treating me like a best friend of hers in like a minute. And she ended up talking to me for like 20 minutes. It was kind of nice, but even the thing that she was talking about with the show that she was so interested in, like I had no interest in, but I was more interested because she was interested in it. So then, because it was making me happy, because like I'll be praying to God while I'm talking to the person, or I'm like, I just feel God's presence there, where I don't even like, yeah, I'm hearing what she's saying, but I was actually praying for her most of the time I was listening to her, and I just was thinking, I was like, oh, like may God bless this person, and may this person, just like I usually keep it really simple. I just think of like the energy or love of like Christ. But I'll check chat in a second. I'm gonna eat another candy. But it's like I've been feeling that a lot lately, where I'm like, wow, like you start to get humbled by life, where sometimes I can feel like where you feel like you don't know anything. In like a good way. Because if anything, I think someone's pretty stupid if they like read a book and they're like, oh, I know so much about flowers. Oh, let me tell you guys all about flowers. Well, flowers are this, and this is a flower, and then they have petals, and looking at it so logically. That's all our society does. They look at everything logically, and you miss all of the magic in life. You miss all of like, life is like a miracle, or like nature, and it's beautiful, and it doesn't need to make logical sense. And they've reinforced that through the educational system and all the BS in society. It's just a bunch of trash. It literally is. And to even kind of connect this to what I was saying earlier about cleaning, hours every day, and just volunteer. The only benefits are spiritual benefit. But today I found so many bottles of alcohol. It was like whiskey and vodka. There's like little bottles, and they just were everywhere. But every day, it's like people are just chugging them and then just like throwing them all over, on the grass, on the hill, on the sidewalk. And then every day too, it's funny because I had cleaned all day the other day, and I come back and then there's a bunch more crap. But each day trust me, some parts looked amazing. Like I'd say there was only like 10% added trash from the day before, but that's just because they don't live consciously. But as me and Priya are all about the hashtag conscious planet, hashtag save soil. Yeah. Oh, let me read chat. Let's see. There's a lot in chat. Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, yeah, I got on a tangent. Honestly, I cannot get that way or wavelength. It's weird. I always apologize to God for not believing God's. That's so interesting, Junior. I kind of have I do have like a response to that. I would like to believe, but I don't. I seen too much. Yeah, I agree with that. If you ask me, believing in yourself, the inner self is believing in God. Namaste every day. You are okay. So you're one with God. You are God. But then in yoga, and I know Sadhguru's the same way, where it's like, you hesitate to call people God because you don't want them to think like, oh, I am Brahma. But like, you're one with God. That's the way, I like the way that Christ puts it. You are that. Just like in your faith is your fortune. It's like, I am that I am. People, that's the thing that religions get wrong, is they're like telling you all this doctrine and they're telling you all these rules, but God is God is. You feel me on that? God is. But and we're in a duality. So there's the sweet side and there's the bitter side. And in Maya, that's always going to be the way. It just, trust me. And I'll tell you this, Junior, even though I always try to like keep things positive or this or that, but I have my own, well, I talk to God every day about certain things where I'm like, why does life have to be this way? Even like today where it was like, sometimes it's like kind of amazing what I've been doing, like volunteering, like I said, and like it was just so disgusting cleaning up all the cigarettes, and they were like wet cigarettes, and it smelled so bad I almost like vomited. I was like, ugh. But I kept doing it. I finished the job. But I remember then when that woman was acting weird to me, when I put my gloves on the car, she makes some weird comment, but then because I was just nice to her, and I take that for, like, I almost see it as a challenge where I'm like, ooh, let me be nice to her. And it worked because she was so caught off guard where then she like wanted to be my best friend. She was just like so impressed that I was like talking to her, and because I could have been like, mind your business, da da da, but instead I said, oh, God bless you. I was like, bless you. I said, I hope you're having a, it just was so funny. But then I remember afterwards I said to God, I'm like, man, this whole spiritual lifestyle or volunteering or karma yoga, it can be tricky. It is tricky. It's kind of like our Asceta Corsa. It's difficult. Let's catch up on chat. Okay, so there's a bunch of things that are cool about the meditation, because like we were saying before, meditation is not something we do, we become meditative, but from my experience, it's how we can open or access those inner energies, the chakras. But like sometimes I hesitate from speaking too much about, like, once again, the logical aspect of all these things, because for so long on the spiritual path I treated it too logically. Like I read all these books on Kriya and I read all these books on realization, but then at the end of the day, I just had to like explore it myself. And then it's one of those things you keep, it's like anything in life, just like the racing game. You keep showing up, you keep practicing, you keep doing it. But they say some yogis don't meditate. Like meditation is one of the 4 paths in yoga, as they say. There's like, because we have thoughts, we have head, heart, hands, and energies. So Kriya is transforming the inner energies by turning within, focusing on the breath like you were saying. And for me, that's the only way that I was able to like open up things within myself. I just generically say the light of God, because I will admit, even with the duality and with all the stuff in the world, the challenges and all that stuff, a lot of times when I say to God, I was saying that to God just today, where I was like, God, I know, I see your light beyond the Maya. I see your light. I know this is not the ultimate. As they say from the enlightened perspective, the Maya, we're all plays of light and shadow. It's like Yogananda uses the metaphor of the projector in a movie theater. When you're watching the screen, everything is so vivid that we identify with the characters, and we are like, oh man. And then hopefully, to me, I like to watch movies that are like you said, or like I like to feel good in life. I like to be inspired. I like to be uplifted. I like to be happy. I like to be motivated. I like to be loved. I love to love, and I like to be loved, and I want to live in a world of light, love, and happiness. But then we have to remind ourselves, which is a very challenging thing, that to have light, you have to have dark. That duality once again. But if we can just kind of, at the end of the day, really realize that, it's there, I like to believe, or it's like, and once again, I just feel this within my own being, that there's this is not the ultimate. This like physical, it's a show. It's a cosmic light show, and we do our best to dance with it. We do our best to go with the flow of the ocean or of the waves. The waves ebb and flow. The water comes up onto the beach. The water goes back to the ocean. The water comes up to the beach. The water goes back to the ocean. So I think everything is just that. But trust me, I feel you. I feel both sides of it. Because, yeah, trust me. Like, if anything, I'm kind of holding back in some ways. But that's good. I think it's good in life to kind of like... But, because we don't have to share everything of our... Well, sometimes we can share what we feel like sharing of our inner thoughts. But for me, at the end of the day, I do my best to... focus on the light. Like even I had things bothering me today, and sometimes I'm not happy with like things in the world where I'm like, oh, I wish society wasn't like this, and I wish, man, things could be so much better if everybody worked together. But instead, people are just like, when I'm like cleaning, I notice so many people are just going to the liquor store, and I'm like, why? I used to be into that too, and blah blah blah. But now I like Priya knows I refuse to drink. I won't drink. And I just, but like I said, I don't judge other people that do it, because if they can responsibly do it and they're able to handle that, good, God bless them and good for them. But that's just like a side note. I think there's a lot of other things too, but like the stuff that's like mainstream, like I wish more people were like meditating or doing karma yoga or just like, yeah, following the golden rule, treating others as you'd want to be treated. But I definitely feel what you're saying. Trust me. So let me see what else. Exactly. But I do get what you're saying with that. Yeah, God is within you. A lot of times they've taught that where they say like, a lot of religions will say, oh, God is somewhere out there in the stars. Yes, God's in the stars, but we need to realize that it's within you and your experience of it. It's within you. So, but I think a lot of times they try to control in this world with fear, propaganda, and then they want to take the power away from you, because a lot of things in society and politics, it's self-serving. It's self-serving, but not the big S. It's like the ego. Everybody's like, that's what I've noticed too. I've been doing this for like a few years, where it's like when I go play, or the last year I play basketball every day, and sometimes I spend like 10 to 15 hours a day outside, like in nature, outside, and you start to observe the tendencies of everybody. Like I notice, like I said, when I'm cleaning out on the shopping strip, I notice a lot of people are going to get liquor. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I just kind of look, and it's like, people are just like creatures of habit. They just do the same things. I don't even think a lot of people really critically think deeply. I think people are just like, oh, there's food over here. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, there's some liquor. Let me go drink this liquor and get sicker. But like, you know, and like there's a place for things, you know, there's a place for things. And I know for me, I can't do that. But so I just am like, I think that every day where I'm like, I wish this society, so in yoga, they say there's like 4 yugas, and we're in like a kind of like a dark age of not a lot of people are awake. I just think people are like, the one day I talked about the reason I love the movie The Matrix, I feel like so many people are, I see an airplane. I think so many people are just sheep. They're just sheep. I don't think they think for themselves, and I think they do what they're told, and they're, and they just do what they're told, and they trust, they want someone to think for them. They don't want to think for themselves. And I've kind of always gone against that. But then lately I try to have a balance, because I'm kind of like a black wolf. And I've never been one to like things that are mainstream, this and that. But lately I try to accept and appreciate whatever I can, or be like, well, hey, maybe I'm wrong. Or, you know, some of the things I know in my heart I'm right about. I think everybody would love to live in a world where there's less of the politics, less of the corruption, less of these, and they all, you know, it's funny too, is I will get a little preachy here, because in my opinion, I feel like I have a unique perspective on all this. What I consider to actually be satanic, or the devil, whatever you want to call it, if anything, well, they say it's like Satan. It's like they use the fancy, like, it's almost like all these commercials and all these ads and all these companies, they pretend like they care about you. Like, it's like, I'll give example, like even one from the societal conditioning where it's like, Nationwide is by your side, or whatever, you know, that commercial, it's like, State Farm is by your side, Nationwide is by your side. You know, I because I haven't watched TV in like 5 years. I watched the Super Bowl, or like, but it's like, all commercials and all things are like, oh honey, how's this going? Or, oh my gosh, I need to get my new iPad 55, 65, 75. Oh, I need to get my new iPad. Oh, I need to get the new iTunes. Oh, Lady Gaga's got a new album coming out. I gotta get the new, like, but literally that's when I see like ads and commercials, other people, I guarantee it's like that movie Idiocracy, where people are like, oh, I love that State Farm commercial. I always, whenever I'd see the State Farm commercials on or like on different social outlets, I'd be like, shut up, or like, I try not to do that anymore, but I'm like, this ad sucks. Like, no one wants this trash. That's what... I'll usually write like, but I try not to, you know, but it's like, I'm someone's like, no one wants this trash. But they pretend like that. To me is the true like satanic thing in this world, is that they act like in the name of God, all these terrible things are done. And it's deceptive, because they're acting like, and I just have from my own testimony, and I won't go into too much detail about that, but it's like I've experienced it myself, where it's like even at jobs you can work, or things where they act all like, you could almost say like religious or almighty, but it's like hypocrisy. It's absolute hypocrisy, because they're just lining their pockets, or they don't care. They to the, what do you call it? It's like the marketing, you know how there's like the PR team, or the press release, or the marketing, they all play this facade of like, oh yes, we care about, we're doing this for this, and we're doing this for this, but it's really propaganda and like brainwashing. And they want, like, I think we talked about this last time, like it's like a Matrix type thing. They wanted that. It's like they make it seem like that people are empowered, or that they have like certain freedoms or certain liberties. But I'd say we have gone against, because when the Constitution and democracy and everything was created, there's like this famous, like, I think it's Abraham Lincoln quote, where it's like society or the government is supposed to be for the people, by the people, of the people, or of the people, for the people, by the people, something like that. But I don't think it is. I think it's more for these big corporations and these big companies, and we've seen how corrupt they are, and then they can paint things however they want in the media. It's very, very corrupt, because the newspapers and the news stations, first off, anybody that likes that stuff, it's absolute trash. And they know, I promise you, if you're honest with yourself, that stuff, it's just that if you expose yourself to that stuff for a long enough time, because I've done that, like, because I grew up in the, you know, the typical society like everybody. I've seen television for a lot of my life and all that. And you get used to it. You literally, it's like the Matrix, where they don't even know what's going on anymore. They just go to their job, sit down, derp, derp, derp. Let me do a meaningless BS. and lie to myself and make myself think that it's important when maybe like there's something more they want to do with their life. So that's part of why I like I try to make a stand against that, but at the same time I think like Yogananda has this quote where he says like, don't try to change the world, change yourself or reform yourself, and then that's making the change in the world. And if it's so great, then people will take inspiration by it, sort of thing. Here, let's catch up on chat. God is us, God's within us. Is word given to us. Exactly. Like I even try to hesitate using the word God a lot. But you know what I thought when you know what the word God really is? It's the creator. It's the creator. Because what is a God? It's a creator. But yeah, it's also the words. Words can be frustrating because I think it's another limited thing, but they're here to express ourselves, but it's not the ultimate. That's why, if anything, turning within in the meditation, lately I've been taking more joy and peace. Like they say, the main joy is beyond the duality. And in yoga, we try to practice even-mindedness where when good fortune happens, remain even-minded. When misfortune happens, remain even-minded. And we have to keep riding those waves and kind of maintaining this like this tranquility or this like balance or this like equilibrium the best we can. And we can just keep returning back to like within, going within. In is the way out, as Sadhguru says. The one to understand the need to believe these days. Exactly. Like the wanting to understand or being open. I always remind myself that too. It's like I use this metaphor. I actually wanted to put this in my spiritual film. I told Priya a bit about this. But it's the whole thing. And in the movie, there's a Jet Li movie called Fearless. They actually have a scene that's a bit about this, but my scene's a bit different. And Bruce Lee talks about this in the Tao Chi Kundo, I believe. But it's like in Buddhism, they talk about most people, their cups are full. Their cup is full. So you can't add anything to the cup if it's full. So the goal in life is you empty the cup. Each day, meditation is emptying the cup. And you return to that non-essentiality, that non-duality, that oneness, that wild life, that isness, that I amness. And it's beyond the logic. It's beyond the thinking mind. It's like an experience. It's a feeling. It's transcendental. Yeah. But being open. So it's like each day, because we fill up society and TV and the radio and all that BS, it'll fill that cup for you. It'll fill it up for you. So it's like we have to empty the cup, and then like we want to fill the cup with things that are like nourishing. So for instance, like how much you love Assetto Corsa, the racing game. It's like everybody needs to find what tea they want to fill their cup with, and then you drink from that tea. So and in life, yeah, it's like having that spiritual discrimination, the sort of discrimination to discern from like what is like valuable or meaningful to us, or to discard. Bruce Lee said that, where he said, you take what's useful, you discard what's useless, and then you make it your own, I think he said. It's like a 3-part quote. And he has like a diagram in the Tao Chi Kundo about that. Be wata, my friend. And something I wanted to squeeze in there that I need to remind myself all the time. Sometimes I'd say I've like, you know, I didn't want to like describe myself, but I was going to say sometimes I can be too serious. That's a good, just to not even like, I can be too serious. So Leela in yoga, they say that's like playfulness. That's what I really appreciate about Priya too. Like, she reminds me too of like just little things in life, whether it's like Butterball or Bluey. In life, like I love when things make me laugh, because Priya made me laugh because I was talking about when I was cleaning up all the trash, and the other day this guy, he randomly, at first I thought, because like a lot of times people go, wow, you're doing such a great job, or thanks for cleaning up. Nobody does that. And this guy thought, oh, he's gonna give me a compliment because I saw he was like trying to talk to me, and he was like, hey guy, he goes, I lost $5 over there earlier or the other day. If you see it, let me know. And in my head, I literally was like laughing at this guy because I said, oh yeah, sure, I got you. And I'm like, it was just the funniest thing. Like, I should start saying that to random people, being like, oh yeah, I lost $100 if you happen to see it. But I was like, what is this dummy thing? Like, I'm literally cleaning up trash. Do you think I'm worried about his $5? That is, and then Priya said, legend has it he's still looking for that $5, or that he's been looking for that $5 forever. Oh my God. Let me see what else you guys said. And movement does release endorphins. Yes. Oh, yeah, and yes. Oh, Pushpa. Welcome, Pushpa, by the way. Pushpa Sabatit. I love that name. Welcome. Come on in. Happy big Tuesday night. It is Tuesday, right? Yeah. It'll be Wednesday in 2 hours. That's part of why I'm big into going on runs and even, well, ironically, cleaning up the trash each day. It's teaching me all these lessons and all this stuff, and it's great. But in general, because you have to bend over a lot. When you're picking up all these little pieces of trash and big pieces of trash, it's like I'm doing a forward fold every minute. And I remember the other day, because at first I'm all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and I'm cleaning, and like 10 minutes in, I'm like, look at me go, me and Bluey, cleaning the community. Wow, this feels great, and all this. But then you start to feel it, but you can, like, I always endure, because it's like, then, like, even today, you just kind of get used to, it's like anything. It's almost like you just kind of you deal with it, and then you just kind of stretch, and you try to flow with the ocean, baby. But the movement, it's just, in general, just like getting the good nature, getting the movement. I 100% believe in that. Filling our cup with what is meaningful to us, drinking from that. Because it's true. Well, in Fearless, so there's a really cool scene. I wanted to watch this movie with Priya, but I'll probably, I want, at some point I want to watch it with her. But I will say this, that there's a lot of like drama. The first half of the movie has like a lot of drama and pretty intense. But the second half of the movie, I actually, because I've seen the movie so many times, I just skipped to the second half of the movie. Because that's the part that's meaningful or like inspiring, or because for me, it's like, I like to focus on what's inspiring or motivating, but there's a scene in the movie where it's a scene about tea where he kind of becomes this sort of like, he has like sort of an epiphany within himself with his martial arts and all the stuff that happens with, I'm not giving spoilers, but he's like drinking tea with this other master, or whatever you want to call it. But this guy, he's a little bit full of himself, you could say, or a little bit, his cup is a bit full. And he's like, this night elf waved.
A loon be
Oh,
praised.
they're giving me stuff. A snowball. YouTube.com/@the-stars-align. Say thank you. Aw, you're the best. May the stars guide you as well. Namaste. Look at that's a random act of kindness. No way. What is this guy?
Hail
We
to
both
the night.
Oh, they're like, this person's like a yogi. They're giving me more stuff. A gold. Do you guys see this? What is going on? Oh my god. Thank you. No way. That's amazing. A rich gnome gave him 900. Wait, who is this person? We're friending this. Wait, I didn't mean to friend that. This person's cool though. So awesome. See you around. Bet. But yeah, sorry, I got totally distracted by it. Well, I got a gold. Now I have 3 gold. Sick. Dang, that was awesome. Oh, and he gave me a better mark of the wild and thorns. So to finish my story about the tea, in the scene, like the pretentious other master guy, he says, like, well, he invites they're having like a little tea date or whatever. And it's all beautiful, the scenery, and then the one guy, he's like kind of showing off all he knows about teas, and he's like, oh, this tea has this property, and this tea is very delicious and tastes like this. But then Jet Li's character is just sitting there, and the guy goes, oh, do you not care about teas, or are you not like impressed with all my little blah, blah, blah? But then Jet Li, he kind of says, he goes, all tea is delicious in its own way. And he goes, or he was like, I don't care which tea you give me, just give me any of the teas. And the guy at first is confused. He goes, what do you mean give me any of the teas? Like, you must have a preference. Do you want this tea or chai tea or masala tea? And he goes, oh, all the teas are lovely. Give me whichever you want or whatever. But that scene actually kind of stuck with me, because sometimes I try to be the same way, where Priya's seen me do this. Like, if someone goes, oh, do you want chocolate ice cream, vanilla ice cream, strawberry ice cream? And I'll go, give me whichever you want to give me. Like, give me all of them. Yeah, let's get this, but I try not to worry too much about, like, yeah, sometimes I make a choice where I'm like, oh yeah, I want a McDouble, a McChicken, and some fries, please. And make it snappy, will ya? You would never see me say that at McDonald's. If anything, well, I want to tell a McDonald's story in a second too. It's kind of adorable. Okay, there's no, good, I can kind of ramble a bit more. I was getting caught up on chat. Because I've been becoming, me and Priya call it channeling like our inner Cleopatra, because there's this YouTube series where this one guy talks about, like, Cleopatra apparently was a big meditator, and she used to go in solitude for like long periods of time and like meditate on just life and herself and her dharma and her meaning and, you know, all this stuff. And so I kind of channel my inner Cleopatra, and even sometimes, like the other day, so I'm at, here, I'll do you a dance while I'm telling the story. I go in McDonald's, and it's like busy, and there was even like this group of people, 2 guys and this chica, and they're literally like, they're like goofing around on like the self-checkout thing. They're like, oh, do we want 10 apple pies? Do we want 10 this? Ha ha ha. Do we want this? And I was because I you know, I make myself known where I'm like staying the wait and I'm just smiling or whatever. But I noticed they're just like completely goofing around, just goofing around. And like 2 of the kiosks were not working, and then the 2 that were working, we had the goofballs, the group of goofballs on the one, and the other one, it was like a group of like 5 people, and they just were, oh, do you want a coffee? Do you want this? Oh, do you want caramel? Do you want this? And they're just, but a part of me is like, oh man, we're gonna be here for a while, Butterball. So I remember it because I just sat down right near the kiosk machines, And I don't, what, I waited like 5 minutes or something, because eventually the people goofing around, well, they realized that I was just sitting there waiting. The one chica, she goes, oh my god, she's like, we're being so rude, or we're being so dumb, like this guy's been like sitting here waiting. But I said, oh no, that's all good. I said I was enjoying you guys. I was enjoying the whole show. And order my food or whatever. But when I like I say, I'm very minimalist. On stream, I'm like blah 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 blah, because that's part of like being a good streamer, and it's like an opportunity just to have my own little podcast and just ramble about all these things. But when I'm in real life, guys, I'm actually the opposite of like if I'm friends with somebody or like I get to know somebody. Like with you guys, I can be like, let's talk about race car games and let's talk about Warcraft and life. In day to day when I'm not streaming, I keep to myself. So, but I remember like I do my order. It's like I'm almost like, you know what it is? I'm like a Buddha. I'm like, and Buddha literally translates to like above the intellect, where I'm just there. I'm just a ghost almost. I'm just there. But it's kind of fun because I'll just sit there and I'll be like, not in a weird way, like smiling, but I'll be smiling or happy and just there. Like no need to do anything. No need to impress anybody. No need to, like, and I'm just there waiting first to order. Then I get my order, and then there's like Uber Eats guys in there like, I got an order for Karen, I got an order for Tiffany, wait, I gave him Tiffany's order to Karen, and all this like masala going on. But I'm just sitting there with Butterball, and we're just taking it all in, just smiling, enjoying it like a Buddha. And but what's cool is I notice people like it, because like I'll like wait. I like to be like, I wonder how long it's gonna take me to get my food. Most people, they wait like 30 seconds. They're like, where's my food? Where's my dang food? And I'm like sitting there, I'll wait forever. I'll wait until someone, or like if I need to, I'll be like, oh, luckily it just, I haven't had that happen in a while, but it's like, if like, let's say 10 minutes go by or something, I'll be like, oh, excuse me, I ordered food. Is it on the way? But I notice I can empathically tell people like that I'm so minimalist in life, because I can feel it in their energy. Because like every time I go to McDonald's, or even today at Taco Bell, like the chica that was working at Taco Bell, she just started talking to me. She's like working there, but people, I think they like it where they're like, wow, that guy is just like happy. And I could be struggling with stuff, or I could be like worried about this or that or blah blah blah. But a part of me, I'm like, hey, I'm there. I'm gonna eat some food. I just try to be attitude of gratitude type thing. But in a funny way, I can like feel off of other people's energy. They're like, there's something I can feel, but they're like, I like this guy. They're like, this guy, he's like, everyone else is bitching and complaining and making masala out of everything, and this guy's just here to eat some tacos. Like he's literally just like, and even before like I eat the tacos, I'm like, Sahana vavatu, Sahana bunaktu, Sahaviryam karavavai, Tejasvinavati tamastu, Mavid vishavahai, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And as Isha practitioners or yogic practitioners, mantras are very potent seed sounds, where that particular mantra you say before eating food, and it changes the whole relationship with what you're about to ingest, because what you're eating is becoming a part of you, and it's like almost like a mantra of like showing gratitude, of like that awareness. But I'll do that mantra, and I can even notice it'll change the whole frequency of the restaurant, where sometimes I'll have people even like in their own way bowing before the mantra, or like bowing before whatever's happening. But yeah, because like today the one chica working at Taco Bell, she was kind of like, yeah, but it's like, it's nothing that big, but I can just tell people, they feel, because when people go out of their way to be like, they like ask who I am, or they're like, wow, they're like, I really like your energy, or they're like, are you a yogi? And so I was laughing about that today. I get that so much. Because I'm always like bowing, and like even like if I'm taking something in, or when I see people, if I like other people's energy or anything, or even for no reason, I just kind of will bow before them, or I'm a little more, you could just say like graceful. I just show that Davies grace. And yeah, and I don't do it for the reaction or for a response, but it does feel good when people respond to it, because I know within me, I'm just doing what feels good within me. That's what I've kind of learned, is I've been through so much of life, and I've been through so many challenging things, that it kind of just makes you really just appreciate all the little things and each moment, and whee.
And noon be praised.
So that's the end of that TED Talk. But it's kind of fun. I like, the part of why I share that is like, experiment with this for yourself. Next time you're at the coffee shop, next time you're at McDonald's, next time you're at wherever you go to eat, or even the grocery store. And if you're waiting in line, or you feel yourself becoming impatient, just try to invite that light of Christ, or invite that, like making an offering, or just be in the moment. Or lately, these words been coming to me, is like be nothing, do nothing. Like, yeah, you just do whatever you need to do to make the social transaction happen, of like, oh, dos tacos, por favor. And yeah, you do what's needed. Like Sadhguru says, do what's needed and nothing more. So many people, they try to be like, oh, do you want a cherry on top? Oh, do you want chocolate on top of the vanilla, on top of the strawberry, on top of the banana? And it's like, for me, it's like, just give me the tea, or, just give me the ice cream. It doesn't, I mean, when it is super fancy, it's great, but it's all good. It's like, if it's sustenance, and it's health and happiness, that's kind of the gist of it. So it's like attitude of gratitude, and sometimes I think we can be too specific of like, it needs to be strawberry milk. I only drink strawberry milk. And it's like, it's like missing the point, missing the point. Now, hey, John Sterling, welcome on in. Oh, you like the mantra? Filling our cup. Yeah. You like the mantra? Yeah, and like it really is. I can do another one. Let me eat this candy, and I'll do Gayatri mantra. Because I was actually feeling kind of hungry too. Because I had an early dinner. I like that name, John Sterling. So here, I'll do another one. Because, yeah, I'm a certified yoga instructor, but I've been practicing yoga for over a decade. And every morning I practice Shambhavi Mahamudra. It's through Isha Foundation. Sadhguru is amazing. In like your own time. If you check out, yeah, he's all over YouTube. He's really, really cool. And he's funny. He's amazing energy. He's one of the few people in the world that's actually making a difference. And he's like aware of how crazy the world is. And there's a lot of like what I call woo-woo yoga out there, like bogus yoga. Sadhguru is the truth. I'd say there's like two foundations that are the truth. Ananda Village, that Swami Kriyananda founded. And then Isha Foundation by Jagi Vasudev, Sadhguru. But here is, without further ado, Gayatri Mantra. And forgive me for if my the Hindi or the Sanskrit, or I mean, people tell me I have good pronunciation, but with Gayatri, yeah, I had learned it in yoga training, but it goes like this. Hopefully I do it well. Ambor Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitor Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodaya Ambor Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitor Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodaya Ambor Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitor Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodaya. So a lot of times too, to kind of share with you guys the yogic knowledge that I know, well, Sadhguru instructs that with mantras and things, there's like sacred geometry or sacred numbers. You usually will do mantras 1 time, 3 times in a row, 6 times, 9 times, or like 11 times. Devi's favorite number, Bhairavi Devi. It's a goddess energy, linga. Whole nother side note, but there's different sacred numbers that you're supposed to do things. It's kind of like an offering, a prayer, and you don't have to like follow it. But sometimes if I repeat something 3 times, it's like in dedication to Adiyogi Shiva. But yeah, Sadhguru is like way more brilliant than I am. I'm just a devotee. Yeah, and then when what do you call it? It's like when you find someone that you know is greater than yourself, you just follow that person. That's why I think Sadhguru, to me, I consider him to be like a true leader. I wouldn't call most people leaders. They're posers. They're not leaders. They're like really good at faking, seeming like they have some type of authority or power. But Sadhguru, like someone that's like a actual self-realized master, which there's a lot of like charlatans out there, sadly, but it's okay. Hey, I'm happy if people are trying to realize themselves or exploring the truth, questioning life, and make some coffee, noob. Look, my alarm came on. Look, I already got coffee, video game. That's still so funny that I have that alarm. Like 10:30 every night, make some coffee, noob. But it feels okay, and then I can give a quick yoga lesson or instruction, because I've been on this path for a long time, and I like to simplify things for if people want the benefits of it's less is more in life. I swear I live by that philosophy. Less is more. Work smarter, not harder, baby. So with all this, with all this yoga stuff, a lot of times, all the advanced yogic practices, sun salutations, meditations, kriyas, it's all good. But ironically, the simple things, like the thing I was going to instruct is Om chanting. And I'll explain the significance of it. Let's check chat real quick. Lack of leadership nowadays, true. Oh, wait, I missed a bunch of chat. I like how you are so confident about it, thanks. Just tried to come up with a generic name. Yeah, true. Planting trees. You should stream the yoga in the morning and games in the evening. I think this has... Oh, John, John, I swear I've been thinking of that. That's why even today, I just had, went into meditation while on live stream, but I have to watch Booyah too when I'm out in the wild like this. But there's been times because, some days I just don't feel like playing games. And I thought about doing yoga streams where, for instance, we could do this tomorrow. I thought about for an hour, uninterrupted meditation stream. And I mean, tonight, it's 10:30 already, and I should probably just level up. we could set it for tomorrow because I already like meditated for like 5 minutes earlier. But tomorrow I definitely will do that because because a part of me was like, I was like, Dave, when you stream, you don't have to play games. That's why I dance sometimes. The one day I rapped for 2.5 hours. I've written like 300 rap songs, and today I was working on a new song that I let Priya hear early. Priya got to hear it early. Let's get this bird. Oh, I gotta re-up my buffs, and then I'm gonna read chat. I'm a really bad multitasker. I'm really good at focusing on one thing at a time. Like, when I focus on one thing at a time, I'm like a pro. But man, I'm not good at multitasking. But I work with it, you know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. I think I get what you mean. I thought that was my wow alarm. Yeah, that makes me laugh because at first I had taken a break from Warcraft for a bit because I lost the level 41 druid, and then I remade a character and then lost that character, but then now we're back and we're level 6, but I'm going to take the scenic path this time, the nice slow scenic path, and especially after getting Diamond in Fortnite, Diamond in Halo Infinite, Gold in League of Legends, League of Lasagna, Poof. Like, I lately started, I realized most of my life I was always obsessed with, like, being the best at things, or just like I had the world record in FX Unit Yuki. But then after I got that and this and that and got Diamond and blah, 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 I don't care as much anymore about, well, how great I am. Oh my God, guys, can you believe how great I am? It's all I don't want to say a lie, but it's like it's a joke. It ain't the most important thing. I think health and happiness. Tomorrow, just for John, we're doing yoga stream tomorrow. And for Priya. And for everybody. And for Pushpa, for Junior. Where's Shaquille? Where's Tommy? Tommy's in Las Vegas, I think. Would need to. Where's Tommy? I hope they're winning money. But yeah, part of why I do a lot of yoga on my own, a meditation, and it is amazing. Tomorrow I'll demonstrate it. It's transformative. It can really bring peace and happiness to life that otherwise life can be very frustrating. And like, yeah, life can be frustrating and challenging, trust me. The thing is, sometimes I feel like, I was gonna say like, yeah, life can be challenging, and I think if someone thinks that it's not, maybe they haven't experienced enough life yet, or they don't know yet. Oh God, that sounds funny to say, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. It's like, you just have to accept in this life we're in a duality. They call it Maya. Like, go ahead and look that up right now. Yogic or like Hindu, yogic Maya definition. M-A-Y-A, Maya. It's like, it's duality. It's like the cosmic delusion. It's the cosmic motion picture. It's not good or bad, it just is. And in that duality, you got male, you got female. If you get a AA battery or a AAA battery or a 9-volt battery, guess what, guys? Or if it's your car or if it's a vehicle, you're going to have a positive and negative polarization, or whatever you want to call it. Polar opposites. But you need the positive and the negative. You can't have one without the other. Science people in chat confirm this for me. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Man, that show is so good. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Bill Nye. Dang, that show is good. Oh, charges. You're right. Positive and negative charges. Sometimes I can know the gist of things, but I don't always word it properly. I knew that I wasn't wording it properly. Charges. You're correct. Even lately, I've been trying to get smarter just about anything. Like, even, I'm trying to think of what it was. Like, I was trying to figure out, it could just be anything. Like, even with my own car that I have, and I gotta get like my fluids changed or oil changed and all that soon. But I just try to teach myself more. To me, I'm just always interested to kind of know more, or to have like more autonomy, more, because I had a conversation with somebody once again. I think it was when I was cleaning up trash in the community, because I started a new YouTube series where I've always been cleaning up trash, but now before and after I like get little clips of me doing it to hopefully motivate people. But I like met this random person. I'm really trying to remember. But he was like teaching me. Sometimes I'll meet these people and it blows my mind. It's kind of like how Junior's really good at Assetto Corsa, or everybody has things that they're good at. Priya's amazing at yoga, and everybody's got talents or they got passions. But he was like, what was it? I was learning. Now it's going to bother me because I was like learning a lot. And in my head, I was like, man, I want to learn more about this. And for some reason, I feel like it was like automobile related, but it made me realize, I was like, wow, I don't know much about this. Oh wait, I think I'm starting to remember one of the things, because like once again, it's going to make me sound like a big noob, but not a lot of people know about cars. Like, you know, and like usually people that know about cars are people that like cars, and I like cars, but I'm saying, or like they tinker around with it. But I think I was actually watching a streamer friend of mine, and he was drifting on ice, but his car he steered off the road, and then he like, one of the gaskets, it was either like the oil gasket or whatever the heck it was, but I was like listening to them. A friend of his came on and was helping him like figure out what happened, and like they were going underneath the car and took a picture of it and all this stuff. But I remember there was just either it was that or something else where during the conversation I made a mental note of it, or I put a note in my journal where I was like, well, first I need to go to Mr. Tire. I checked my the air pressure or the air levels on all my tires. And then a part of me goes, oh, well, because every year I pay to get the oil changed and all that and go get that done. But I was like, maybe I need to learn more about this, because it cracks you up where sometimes I'm like, oh, I didn't even check the air in my tires for a few months. And I'm like, I should probably be doing this more regularly. But that's just like a little example of where we can always be getting better, or we can always just be. I just think everything kind of matters to me. You just get to a point in your life where it's like, it could even be something I'm not interested in, but if it's like something I didn't know, I'm like, oh, now I know a little more. And like just now learning the charges from you, I knew it was a different word, but now I remember, because from making that mistake and then learning from you, next time I refer to a battery, I'll be like, oh, there's a positive and negative charge in batteries. And yeah, I swear there's another thing where I was like kind of humbled by not knowing about it. But it more, I've learned in life, it's better to like take inspiration, to be like, instead of be like, oh man, I don't know about cars, I'll never know about cars. Instead I'm like, oh well, I'm interested. Let me sit and watch it. I've done that before too, where I'll watch YouTube videos that explain how cars work and talk about actually it's very interesting, but talk about something that can confuse you really quick, where when you're learning about like the transmissions and how a car works and all the cylinders and all the, like, once again, you can tell that I don't know too much about cars, because people that know, they're like, well, you got your this and your this and this goes to this and this cools this and this heats this and this is where the gas is and this is it's just a very complicated process, or whole, like, yeah, the whole thing. But it's all good. That's why, well, like I remember one time my guru said that, where he said, well, in life, nobody knows everything. Like, trust me, some mechanic that he could tell you where every bolt and screw and door handle and pedal goes in a car. But then you take that same guy to like, anywhere, like let's say the grocery store or like to a fabric store, and he'll be like, I don't know anything about satin sheets, or I don't know anything about Warcraft. But I mean, everybody, it's like, it's kind of like life. But for me, I've always been like, I like to be a jack of all trades. People, because even when sometimes I meet people and they're like, they'll see me like, because I'm like a basketball star on YouTube, and I feel like every day I get a new fan. Ironically, if you watch the video, the half court shot that I made today on the first try, there's this one guy there. Well, he recognized me, and I've played with him before because I beat him in a 2-on-2. He was on the other team last week. And he remembered me because he showed up. He was like, yo, what's up, Dave? And I said, hey, man, what's going on? He's like, what you up to, this and that? I'm like, I'm just shooting my YouTube video, this and that. And actually, I beat him in horse 3 games in a row. And I, like, crushed him. I actually beat him really, really good all 3 games. Let me get this bird. What was I gonna share about? I had a reason for bringing him up, but yeah, actually that guy was pretty cool. But he's in the video. But yeah, oh yeah. When people, they could see, because they're like, you know, it's impressive what I do. Because even like, I've been playing basketball a year, and I'm better than these people that have been playing basketball their whole life. That was a really trippy thing, where, because there was a point where when I first was learning, I was such a noob at basketball. I didn't even know how to dribble, how to shoot properly. I just was a complete noob. But then I kept showing up every day. And I remember people, they respected that last year, where like the ballers, they all, like, everybody knows who I am now, pretty much. I still meet new people all the time, but I was a complete noob. And then now I'm one of the best players, and I'm like a star on YouTube. Like, every day I generate thousands of views just playing basketball. But the jack of all trades, because when they get to know me, they're like, sometimes it can frustrate people, because I've had that happen where if someone goes, oh wait, are you like a college basketball player or like a professional like NBA? I've had people ask if I like play in the NBA or something too, and I'm like, no, I don't play in the NBA. I'm like a YouTube street baller. I'm just like a dude. But then they'll see me meditating on the hill, and they'll go, whoa, I saw you meditating over there. I never see anybody like meditate. You're like a ninja. And I said, yeah, I'm a yoga instructor too, or I'm a yogi. And then, here's the whole point is like, then let's say I could go play Texas Hold'em, 1-2 no limit Texas Hold'em, and be playing like a pro gamer, because I played Texas Hold'em for more than 10 years of my life. And then I could also do a magic trick or tell a funny joke, or I'm also really good at driving. I'm very good driver. I may not know everything about the inside of a car, but man, can I use the damn car. But then part of why that can frustrate people is because people, they usually, it's like, oh, if you're a painter, you're just a painter. Oh, if you bake cookies, you just a baker, or whatever. If you play basketball, you just play basketball. Same with music. Like, I play drums, I play guitar, I play piano, I rap, I sing, I dance. I know how to play the ocarina, like, because, and ironically, because of The Legend of Zelda,
Hail to the night.
I learned how to play the ocarina. But to me, I like being talented in a bunch of things. And also, that's a lot of times, I told Priya this, I do things to do it. I don't do things for a goal or whatever, where for me, if I'm learning how to ice skate, I'm just doing it to do it. And yeah, just like basketball, I do it to do it, and I get better every day, and but sometimes I don't care if I get better, because for me, it's natural that I just always, once I see that I've plateaued, immediately I go, oh, let me learn a pump step, jab step, let me learn a hezi, if you notice, if you watch the videos from a year ago to today, like now I do under the leg trick, I'm practicing the slam dunk the ball, I work on plyometrics, I do new dribble tricks, I do shots in a different way. I'll shoot outside the court, inside the court, half court. Today I was shooting 3-pointers. I didn't even get every day I usually post a half court shot, then the next day I post the mid-range shots, the 3-pointers. But lately I've been getting my 3-pointers so good, that was blowing the mind of the dude that was there. He was like, bro, he's like, you are really freaking good. He's like, I just saw you make like 5 3-pointers in a row. And sometimes, well, that's why we say glory to God. I can't take credit for it. I think I like learned the trick in life where if I'm doing something, it's like, there's an expression where it's like, let go and let God in. Like, you don't make it about you. You don't say like, oh, I'm gonna do this amazing dance. Just dance, just get lost in the dance, just have abandon, if you just surrender yourself in that way, and you have faith in your faculties and trust in your intuition, I think that's where the magic is. But thanks for listening to my TED Talk. Like and subscribe. I'm gonna check chat in a second too. I was rambling for it, but I mean, rambling's not bad, especially I'm a streamer. Like right now I'm streaming, you're supposed to ramble. The best streamers are ramblers. Really think about it. For any of you that are fans of streamers, really think about it. Because even I remember there was a point where for months I wouldn't talk on stream, and my friends would tell me, they're like, Dave, why don't you talk? I think it was like when I was going for Diamond and Halo Infinite, when Halo Infinite came out, and I was streaming it all, and I wouldn't talk at all in the stream. And people were like, they're like, you probably should talk. I'm not saying I need to talk all the time. If anything, tomorrow with the yoga stream, I think not talking, because, well, here's the truth, is like, I think the true power in life is listening, or just being, like not doing anything and just being in the moment. But, talking has its place too, but you know what I'm saying. For streaming, yeah, you have to kind of engage people, be a bit thought-provoking, or at least be entertaining. That's why I dance at the beginning of my streams, because also I like to kind of get people out of their head. I want people to know that just have fun in life. Don't take it too serious, or try not to. And try to do things that feel good and that you're passionate about, and yeah, have fun. Let's see. I'm sorry that I'm like eating these Reese Pieces eggs. It's amazing what you can accomplish if you're open to it, or they're faking it and just saying a bunch of words. True. Yeah, goals are just the memory of doing it. Yes, so I was going to say, what do you call that? It's like unconscious, conscious, conscious, unconscious, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say, where if you do something enough, like for instance, if you look at my basketball videos, it's like damn perfect form. And even I remember early on, people because I had a few coaches coach me, but ironically it's almost like because I have so many side stories I can tell that I just won't tell right now because I'm like tired. But from going every day, I would go every day, and like Priya witnessed me do this for like 10 to 15 hours every day. But it was like some days 5 hours, some days 8 hours, some days 10 hours, whatever. But then this one guy, he was a retired Division III coach. And he was like pro, he used to be like a pro basketball player, and then he was a coach and then retired, and then now people pay him for lessons. He would like meet up with people at the street ball court that I go to by the grocery store, that I'm king of the court of, by the way, because I've beaten everybody at one-on-ones, and whenever we play king of the court, I usually win. And I've lost games, trust me, I've lost, but people call me king of the court. They call me White Mamba. They call me the Great One. They call me El Kukui. They call me the Double Champ. They call me Booyah, baby. So the one time, this one guy, they call him Coach. I wonder why. And the first time Coach, let's buff this guy. The first time Coach tried to coach me, I wasn't having it. Because I was like, bro, I've been watching Michael Jordan on YouTube. I've been taking lessons from Jordan. I didn't even, like, I knew people called him Coach, but I'm like, I don't care about who the heck this guy is or whatever. And the one day he, like, licked his hand for, like, traction for the ball, and he goes, you're doing it all wrong. He's like, pass me the ball. And I was like, bro, I'm good. I was like, bro, I'm good. You know, you can kind of, like, leave me alone type of thing. I was given that energy. I can go 0 to 100 real quick. But then the one day, or it was like later, it was like later that day, or no, I think it was like another day, because that day I was kind of like, I'm not going to listen to this dummy. It was like a few days later, and I was there, and of course I'm making a lot of progress, but, and my one friend, he was like, Dave, you know, believe it or not, he's like, you should give Coach a chance. Because Coach, he even would compliment me. He would say to everybody, he goes, whenever I'd shoot the ball, he was like, he was complimenting me. He was saying, like, this guy is good. Because he would say it out loud. I remember the first time I heard him compliment me, he said something like, he goes, damn, he's like, this guy's got talent. This guy's got some natural talent. Because I remember people would say, how long have you been playing? And I'd say like 3 months or 3 weeks, or they go, what the hell? They'd be like, how is that possible? But I'm like, I'm different than those people. Like, I've always been like that. And I want to tell a quick story about Ridge Racer, a racing game that I had got a long time ago. There's like, because I remember when I had learned how to do what I do. And it was pretty much like when I would get games, I would make it my life where I wouldn't even care about food. I wouldn't care about school. I didn't care about anything. All I would think about all day is like Ridge Racer or Castlevania or anything. So I had like obsessive tendency. But for me, I have no problem just sitting there all day. And even now, like, watch, I've been like just taking my sweet ass time lately. I don't even, like, in a good way, I just don't care. I just have fun. I'm here for the ride. I'm here for the experience. But so the one, I don't know why, but like I just felt, the one guy said you should give him a chance, because he was pretty much, he was like, because you're so good, Dave, like, if you listen to Coach, he goes, Coach actually knows what he's talking about. Like, he seems like he doesn't know what he's talking about. And this guy, he was usually like drunk all the time. What's so sad is I've noticed a lot of basketball coaches, I've had like a few, 2 of them were like alcoholics or whatever. I'm not judging it, and you know, but they like show up to the lessons like drunk, where you can like smell the alcohol on them. But that's why I stopped going to the basketball boot camp at the church that I go to. But ironically, I do miss it. But I just like playing at the. I already had enough lessons. Now I can kind of like teach myself because my basics are good, and I've taught it on stream before too. But the one day I just was an open cup. I just emptied my cup because I was kind of missing my shots that day and I was still having fun, but I just emptied the cup and I listened to coach, and that's when he taught me all the main thing that he taught me. It's like so simple, but it's so important. So instinctually, you're going to have your feet parallel or whatever, or like right next to each other. In basketball, you want to spread the stance out where like the tip of your, if you're right, I'm right-handed, the tip of your left foot should be like lined up with the back, the heel of your right foot. I'm trying like this or whatever, or vice versa, like right about there. See that? And it's all one movement. People think it's just like one thing. It's like, I'll demonstrate real quick, just because like I am like a visual person and I do things all feeling. I was taking my socks off. I don't know if you can see me, but it's like, well, first, just like will Kobe or all the greats say, you're gonna have your shooting hand, and the other hand is just guiding it. Technically, you should be able to shoot just with the one hand. And if you watch drills of Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, all the greats, they all know how to shoot with just one hand. But you spread out the stance because you're going to generate more power like that, and you have more stability, balance, and foundation. One of the key things too is you're coming from low with the ball or down to it's like you kind of have this athletic stance down, and you're coming up. And it's like if you're jumping, you're flicking at the you can delay it like a floater, but it's like you're using all that energy to go from to up. You're bringing it all. It's like, I'm really not good at explaining it, and I'm tired. It's like 10:30, but you're letting the energy flow. It's not just like, oh, like, yeah, you can have the ball up here and generate that energy if you have the proper fundamentals. But if you're shooting a foul shot, look at that. You'll notice they'll kind of like, the pro players, they kind of like stay low. They bring that energy up and then flick up. And a lot of it, you also look at your hand, record yourself next time you play basketball. You're instructing the ball. My one coach told me, you're telling the ball to come down. Because you don't want to push the ball. It's okay if you have to, but technically it's a flick. I always say the flick of the wrist. The flick of the wrist is everything. But just that whole thing of widening the stance, going from down to up, and making it all one motion. It's almost like if you're like Dragon Ball Z or like Goku. It's like simplifying it. And when that one little lesson, it was so trippy because it took him, it was like a few minutes of him explaining it to me, and then maybe like 5 or 10 minutes of he showed me these drills that he would show his college players. It was crazy. Like 15 minutes of doing this, of coach's drills. That was the day when people were like really starting to respect how good I was getting, because they were like, holy crap, coach gave Dave like a tip. And it made me become one of the best players there, where then I got completely addicted to basketball, because I was like, oh my God, that's why it is really important to try new things, or to listen to another perspective, or get some insight, or get some tips, or constructive feedback, or whatever at the right time. Because then now I share those little basic fundamentals like all the time, because people go, Dave, your shot's so good, how can I get my shot better? Just like a Zen master, it's like how they move the person around, I'll tell them, oh, spread your stance out. See, you need to come down to up, and then the flick, or just like little tweaks. And then I've seen people like Priya. I gave Priya lessons, and the one day she was making more shots than me, or whatever. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Just like little things, and it becomes intuitive. Like, you put your 10,000 hours in on a craft where you no longer have to think about how to shoot the ball. If anything, that's why basketball is even more fun for me now, because I just go and I have fun. I let it be an experience. It's just like enjoying swimming the swim and not needing anything more than that. Oh, thank you, Priya. Thank you, Priya. Yeah, do you like the new one? Oh, yeah, the new one is pretty cool. Oh, and I got some good ones tomorrow, too, actually, because, yeah, my shot's getting pretty crispy. It's getting pretty crispy. But I know with energy, this is another one of those things, too, how we were talking about the charges of a battery. Let me chew this, and I'll tell you what I was going to say. But it's about the energy with the ball that I want to learn how to explain better. These M&Ms are good. They got peanut butter inside. So from what I remember from like physics class, or I never really cared about that. I mean, like, they're interesting and blah, 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 but I think sometimes people overanalyze things. But there's, like, kinetic energy and potential energy. But my whole point is, like, with that thing of, like, coming from down to up, there's a better way to word it. But it's like it's like another expression was coming to me. Like the law of least effort. For instance, like a stream or a river. It's naturally like it's kind of like the be water thing again. The river is naturally the path of least resistance. That's what I think it is. The path of least resistance. I'm also getting really tired, so I start to get out of it, but I'm tired. But it's like you're using all of that, like, what is it, kinetic energy or whatever, but it's like it feels so much better. That was just another thing that before I was just more like rigid with the ball, and I was just kind of like pushing it, or I was just like thinking too much about the flick. But ironically, I have gone to the point where if you have a good flick of the wrist, you can get creative with things. Like if you look at clips of Kobe Bryant playing, when you get good at something, it can make you appreciate even more people that are at like an expert or the best in the world level, like Kobe Bryant. I think most people, they like see Kobe Bryant are like, well, they think he's good because other people say he's good, or like he gets a lot of points. But from my perspective, I'm like, oh my God, because like you see the angles that he's making his shots, and just like Michael Jordan too, where he could, Michael Jordan could be like on the way back down and then do the shot and make it perfect, or it's like going unorthodox, and they're just doing things that don't seem possible. But I kind of do the same things. Like even today, it's probably really frustrating. I've noticed for people to play me, it's frustrating for people because they could even be better than me, but they're going to lose to me because here's why. I have more hustle in me. And I think my basics are better. Because when I say someone's better, like they do all this fancy, like they pretend like they're in NBA 2K where they're trying to do all this stuff and I slap the ball out. And then, or they're just trying too much. They're doing all this like, it's like they're a birthday cake with all the icing and no cake. it's all this fancy stuff and then not the basics. And for me, I wasn't even doing any fancy stuff for like half a year. Or like I would like work on my shot for a few hours and then start doing this or that. But then now I work on everything at once. Like I'll work on dribbling, because in basketball it's handling, having a good shot, and misdirection. Misdirection is a lot of, well, that's being good at competitive basketball. But just shooting on your own, I think it's just basics. Ooh, oh, there's the guy. But yeah, I like to share what I know though, because it's just kind of funny, like when you really get at the higher level of things, it's simple. Like things get simple, but I can understand where it's frustrating, because trust me, man, like basketball is just the most recent example, because it's been like my passion the last year. But there was like long periods of time where like you don't know if you're doing it right, or you could have off days, or like I had some off days where I'd be playing competitive games, like 5-on-5 or 3-on-3, and like if you're not, here's another thing too, you could have all the skill in the world, and if you're not relaxed and calm and at ease, you're less likely to make shots. It just is what it is. Because I've had days where I felt like I was technically doing everything right, but if you're not at ease and relaxed and comfortable, it just, you're gonna miss shots. So then you learn that as a lesson, where now I almost pretend like nobody's there. Even when I'm playing with people, I'm just like shooting for myself. And then I make a ton more shots now, because I'm just completely not even focusing. Like I don't care if people think I'm good. Like I already kind of have my own inner validation where it's like I know I'm good. I've had a lot of people compliment me. I don't do it for that. It's all shallow and meaningless anyway, all that stuff. Like I've kind of noticed that like in life, yeah, it feels good when people say nice things, but we can just feel good on our own. We don't need people to tell us we're good. If anything, like, well, when people say I'm good at it, well, like I like when Priya said it, but it means something more because it's Priya. But like when I have just like strangers be like, wow, you're really good, I go, oh, thanks. To me, it's like it doesn't it doesn't it doesn't really matter to me. If anything, I would almost prefer, well, like, it's okay if someone works like that, because there's times where I tell people, I'm like, wow, damn, you're good. Or, like, because a lot of people don't believe in themselves, where I played one-on-ones with people where if their handles are really good, or they got a good shot, I let them know. I'll be like, bro, you're freaking good. And they'll be like, nah, I'm not that good. I'm like, no, I play everybody. I've played Division 3 players before. I played a Division 3 player. And then I did, I got to play with some college players the other day too. And sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. But when people are good, I'm like, no, I've played with professional people, and I'm technically professional. Because like the thing too is, well, I was a G Fuel basketball player last summer. There's videos where I'm sponsored by G Fuel, and I was making money from G Fuel doing videos. But yeah, I feel like they were sadly
I can't beat that.
the way things tend to work when you get like a temporary sponsorship or this or that. Most of the time, in most cases, they're benefiting more than you are. And I won't go into all the logistics of it, because I like to keep a lot of things private. I only like share the gist of it, because the details aren't important anyway. But they benefit a lot more. So that's why I just started doing it like all independent. And yeah. But it was cool to do that for a while, for like a few months, I was like doing G Fuel videos every day. But I mean, there could come a point again, well, if I have like a better deal, I would definitely, trust me, I would definitely put an energy drink or candy or be like, oh, this sick dang baby. Woo!
Alone be praised.
I'd be like, this sick half-quart shot is brought to you by Reese's Pieces eggs. Reese's Pieces Easter eggs. Sometimes too, if I get really quiet out of nowhere, like while I'm like mid talking, oh look at all these people, I love groups of people. It's cause, well, it's like 11 o'clock here and you're supposed to be quiet after like 10. And sometimes
Far
like,
away.
if I just hear something outside or this or that, I'm like, ooh, let me make sure I'm not being too loud. I get excited talking about like video games and basketball and stuff. Look at this whole group of people. I love when you see groups of people. Priest, hunter. It's 2 hunters and 2 priests. We leveled up, baby. Oh, we're level 10 now. Oh, very soon we could head to we'll do the bear quest tomorrow. We could start it today, but you have to like do a few quests to even get to the bear quest. Or we get bear form. The Moonkin quest. Well, there's should we go turn that in? Troubling breeze. Yeah, let's go turn in. It's really far away. Let's go do it. I also, yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna go on like another side tangent about basketball and an idea I have. Let me check chat real quick. No one understands what an off day is. Well, you know, I was gonna say like, I've learned to embrace off days. Like a lot of times, well, even off days end up being an on day for me because I've had days in basketball where some days, like, yeah, I'm just not making my shots right, or like, or you know, I actually have become such a good shooter. It's so rare that I don't make my shots or whatever. Like, I may miss like 2. I might miss like that's kind of funny. It's like that's so like cocky or boastful of me to say, but I'm just, my numbers are good. My numbers, just my video, what's crazy too is all these videos that I do that go viral, they're literally like my first, second, or third clip every time. And when I started, like I used to do the half court shot, it used to take me like 10 minutes or 5 minutes. And then today I went and I even told the one guy, I said, oh, I'm going to do my half court shot real quick before we play one-on-one. I just make it first shot. He couldn't even believe it. That does not happen. That does not happen. Like, and here's the thing too is, any of you out there watching this, if you got a basketball, or if you don't, go get a basketball. You can get one for like $10 at Target. Go try to make a half court shot and you're going to appreciate my videos that much more. Because like I guarantee you, people probably watch my videos and they're like, oh, I could do that. That looks easy. Go do it. Go do it. And see how many days it would take. Oh man. But you know, I'm not trying to be like rude about it. I'm just saying like, I think so much in life people are so quick to be a critic. Or to be like, well, I can do that. That's so easy. And then they try and go, oh my gosh, that is hard. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know what I realized too? Probably why I'm eating all these peanut butter Easter eggs. From like working out so much. And like the clean the trash, just walking around, bending down. I'm so like tired. My muscles need the protein. So I was like, why is this protein so satisfying? Oh, speaking of which, I actually want to show you guys. I have that like peanut butter and jelly that comes in the same jar. Well, let me go get it real quick. I want to eat some of it. So I don't know if you guys can see it. Here, let me. This Goober grape. It's got. Jeez, there we go. It's got peanut butter and jelly, and I just eat it straight out the thing. I do make sandwiches occasionally, but oh yeah. I make a mess, as usual. That's so good. If you're still there, John Sterling, how did you find the stream? Yay, bear form. I love peanut butter and jelly. Well, I kind of want to make a breakfast taco. It's like 11 o'clock at night, but lately, it's kind of funny. I started becoming a night streamer because I've been like volunteering all day. And like I said, I did a bunch of other things that are just like things that I'm working on. I have like goals that I don't talk about on stream, but I just am like busy all day, and then I come back, and then my way to relax is streaming. But it won't necessarily be like that every day. Some days I like waking up and streaming right away, or whatever. Not right away. I do my yoga and all that stuff, but we're almost there. Boom, boom, down, jicky, jicky, boom, boom. There's Booyah. I can't wait to get bear and cat form again. That's where the real fun starts. We could probably start the quest line. At level 10, it's technically, we'll probably have to get we'll have to group up with somebody. It should be easy to find. Like last time I was able to find someone really easily, and now I'm in a cool guild, and I guarantee you someone from the guild would help me if I couldn't find someone else, but
Thank the forest spirits of our kingdom. I knew Athredas would sense trouble and send help.
I might make a breakfast
The Gnarlpine
taco.
tribe has been corrupted. The once peaceful furbogs have turned against the protectors of the forest. They ambushed me as I left for the Banithil Barrow Den and proceeded to pillage Starbreeze village. Ursar, the Mauler, their chieftain, is using the evil powers of the Fell Moss to drive them mad. I'm too wounded to return to Athredas to bring him this grave news. The task is left to you, young adventurer. We can only hope that the deranged Gnarlpines have not made it to Banithil yet.
Should I make a breakfast taco? I know you're not supposed to eat before bed. Oh, you were the guy who ran to me in Darnassus and gave me a potion. Oh yeah, that's so awesome. Thank you so much. You know why? Did I use the one potion? No, here. Let me replace. Good call, by the way. You just reminded me. And now that I have 3 gold, I should buy a nicer potion. And then I'm level 10 now. I love when people do cool things like that. I miss my level. Well, when I say I miss it, you know, I just mean like it was nice when I was a higher level because I'd give away gold. A lot of times on stream, I'd give away gold, just like that guy gave to me. But I like helping people out. I think that's like one of the best parts about these games too. Like, yeah, the game is fun and it's fun to like level up and explore things and have fun and play the game, but giving back to other people and stuff, I just think it's really cool. I'm down with it.
By the stars. Quite
By the
disturbing
stars.
indeed. Gnarled
Let me make a
pine
breakfast taco,
invaders were
guys.
seen ravaging
I keep
the
thinking about it
Banethil
now.
Barrow Den to
Be
the
right back.
west. The slumbering druids will be trapped in the Emerald Dream for eternity, unaware of their fate, unless we help. The delicate hibernation ritual cannot be broken without the relics of wakening. Journey to the den and retrieve the Ravenclaw talisman, Blackfeather quill, Sapphire of sky, and Rune of nesting. The druids store them in sacred chests. Return them to me, and I will prepare the awakening ritual.
You guys watching Booyah? I'm cooking the breakfast taco. It's almost done. I need to make sure I don't overcook it too. For your viewing entertainment. Oh wait, didn't we? Yeah, there we go. See, I intuitively knew there that I put it in the microwave. I set it for 2 minutes, which is fine. I stopped it like I think they only need like a minute and a half. Whew, I'm starting to get tired. Let's buff these people. Whoa. Oh, I forgot about talents. I am so stupid. I just started getting them. So wait, we're gonna do feral. Cool. Here, we gonna watch this. We're gonna hearth. Whee! Catches pickle and eats it. Was that a rogue? Yeah, it is. They laughed at my comment. I'm actually surprised. He said pickle eater, not dodger. He or she did. Kind of sounds like a Chica's name. Thyriel, Leia. Where am I? Isn't that the truth? Where are we? Oh, now I know. Bow, 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 chicky, chicky, bow, bow. Let's read. Yeah, this level 60 gnome saw me giving out stuff on Tell Your Soul one evening, and he gave me 400 G, and then another one gave me a Kroll blade for doing this. It's just good energy when people thank me, so I'm kind of doing it for selfish reasons. No, well, no, that's, you know what we call that? Being divinely selfish. Being divinely selfish in life is good, because yeah, without too much explanation, like what you just said is a good example of that, where it's a good thing. That's a good thing. So you're the one that got like, yeah, the all that gold, or was that another person? Because well, you told me you were the one that gave me the. Oh, but you gave me, if you're, because yeah, I had a few people give me things. So wait, you gave me a potion and money, or gold, and then there was like other stuff you gave me too. It was like eggs or something. A snowball. Whoops. I'll throw it at people. And there's a sword. I mean, I got that from thing. Divinely selfish, that's right. That's another thing that I learned from like the first guru I had, Swami Shankarananda of Divine Life Church. He would talk about being divinely selfish, because if you're doing something that benefits you but benefits other people, that is a very good thing. It's a very good thing. But it's ridiculous that in society they like shame people for. I just feel like society gets it all wrong. They get it all wrong. And then ironically, like all the foundations and like people act like they care about all these foundations or this or that, but then all they care about is their like company's agenda, or, you know, I'm not trying to be too
Greetings,
pessimistic
adventurer.
or negative
We've
about
traveled from
certain
Moonglade
things.
to spread the spirit of
Complete
the Lunar
quest.
Festival far and wide. Won't you join us in our celebration? Welcome, adventurer. Are you here to join
But
in the
I
festivities?
think it's a really good thing.
Every year,
where it's
the
like,
druids
oh,
of Moonglade hold a
if
celebration of our city's
you
great
enjoy doing the
triumph
thing, and
over
then
an ancient evil.
in
We
general,
celebrate
I
the
just think
wisdom of our
whatever the
elders,
motivation,
share
it's
in
like to do the
magnificent
good
feasts, and
thing,
of
whatever
course,
the reason,
shoot
it's good.
fireworks. For a small donation, you can purchase colorful rockets
But
from our
ideally,
vendor.
teleports
Try
the
using
caster
some of
to
the launchers
greater
around here,
moonlight.
adventurer.
Oh, there's duration one day. Lunar Festival invitation.
May the stars guide you.
We'll do that tomorrow. That sounds cool. The night elves are just so cool. What a vibe. There was something else I was gonna say related to thing, but when I get tired, man, I start to zone out a little bit. Wait, does this?
I am honored.
They got fireworks. Wait. Here's an alcoholic beverage, Moon Glow. These are only 1 silver each. Oh my gosh. Is there no limit? Could I just like buy these up? No way. When does the Lunar Festival end? Because we could make one hell of a video tomorrow. Oh my gosh. You guys know how much I love fireworks from my last Booyah character. And let me get a clip of this. Let me hide the video for a second. So let's see how these look. Requires firework launcher. Oh, we need to go to the launcher. Okay, glad I didn't buy too many of these. We'll go to the launcher in a second. Because I was just buying them all up because I was like, ooh, I could hold on to these. Oh, cool. Whoa. That was kind of cool. And I wanted to do the Druid Quest stuff too, but here, let me like go accept the Druid Quest, and then I'm gonna eat my taco too, and I want to shoot these fireworks off. Ooh, let me stop the clip so I don't have a huge video file. What was that? You guys hear that? That was weird. Bow, 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 chicky, bow, bow. Wait, Druid trainer?
Peace. Welcome, my sister.
Heeding
If
the
you are
call.
here to train, then I would be delighted to train you. There are rumors of strife within the Cenarian Circle, but you should pay such loose talk no heed. Our arch-druid Fandral Staghelm leads us and all of Teldrassil to glory. Excuse me, friend. It has come to my attention
Moonfire,
that Mathringal Bearwalker has
Mark of
put
the
out
Wild,
word that he wishes to
Rejuvenation.
speak with you. It seems that your training as a druid is about to take on a new life, and he will be
Mark of
training
the
you
Wild.
personally. Mathringal is the direct assistant to the Arch-Druid himself, and is one of the most sage and august druids you'll find in Teldrassil. He is located in the
Rejuvenation.
Cenarion Enclave of Darnassus, on the second floor of Fandral Staghelm's tree.
Is it Moonfire? I think that was all the upgrades. Good. Let me check
Welcome, my sister.
just to make
If you
sure.
are here to train, then I would be delighted to train you. There are rumors of strife within the Cenarian Circle,
Cool.
but you should pay such loose talk no heed. Our arch-druid Fandral Staghelm.
Oh gosh.
Welcome, my sister. If you are here to train, then I would be delighted to train you. There are rumors of strife within the Cenarian Circle, but you should pay such loose talk no heed. Our arch-druid Fandral Staghelm leads us and all of Teldrassil to glory. I am glad you found your way here today, young adventurer. The time has come for you to take a large step into a much larger world. Inside each of Cenarius's children is the call to serve nature. Animals and plants are our friends as well as our charges. We choose to devote our lives as preservers of balance for their sakes, as well as our own. Your first step into this world will be to learn of the ways of the bear, and to learn strength of body and heart. Ready yourself. All druids are welcome in the sacred lands of Moonglade, regardless of the current tensions in the Cenarian Circle between Archdruid Staghelm and Keeper Remulos, Moonglade's guardian. Now that you're learning the ways of the Claw, I'll teach you the spell that lets you transport yourself there. Cast it whenever you seek Moonglade's knowledge or solace. As for your first lesson, travel to Moonglade. and speak with Dendrite Starblaze in Nighthaven about the path you're now on. Good luck, young druid. And so it begins, Father Cenarius, and so it begins. Dendrite makes a quick, invisible gesture in the air above him. A slight aura of power falls over him. The first perspective of nature you must adapt to is that of the bear. I will put you on the path to understanding this aspect of druidic life, but it is you that must embrace it and propagate it, now and forever. In the northwest part of Moonglade resides the home of a wise and noble being we call the Great Bear Spirit. For all druids, it has served as a tutor and mentor into the first true natural understanding of the bear. All druids at one point seek the spirit's wisdom, and you shall be no exception. Go to the Great Bear Spirit now and learn what it will teach. When it is satisfied with you, return to me here in Nighthaven. We will then see if you have truly taken account of the lessons it teaches.
I always get worried when I see like Taran. These guys can't hurt me, right? It just makes me nervous. Damn, breakfast tacos are good. And I realized I used my Hearthstone. We may have to, I don't know if I can get back after I do this bear thing. Cause I used the portal to Moonglade, but then to get back to Darnassus. I forget, isn't the bear like up here somewhere? I think it is. Looking for a bear. Oh, there's the bear. Whoa, look at this bear. Okay, so alright, redid it. Well, this for this part. Then so I said I probably have to wait for unless there's like I probably have to wait for the Hearthstone now. Well, if anything, it'd be a good time to take a break now, or when I say break, I mean go to bed. In a little bit. Well, I want to go to bed before midnight tonight. It's 11:40, about to be. And last night I was up until like 2, and makes it a little tough. Excuse me. Oh, alright. 2-slot bag. Oh, I need more of these. And the milks are pretty good too. Yeah, I think we gotta wait for the Hearthstone now. So we'll probably like finish this Druid Quest stuff tomorrow. Let's check chat real quick. You can fly for free from Moonglade to Darnassus. Oh, okay. I think it came from my game. Yeah, you heard that too? I heard like a sound. That was weird. So I walked to this flight path probably, yeah.
How may I help?
It's just, I think when I saw PvP, it just made me think like, ugh.
Free to browse.
Feel free to browse. Oh, is it? Yeah. Can I safely... Doesn't look too safe. I mean, it is safe, but I'm just saying I don't want to... Okay, yeah, you're right, it's safe. Wait, here's a flight master. Wait, Thunder Bluff.
If you're looking for a flight back to Rutherin village, then you should talk to my Night Elven counterpart, Silva Filnaveth.
That's kind of cool.
Go in peace.
Go in peace. How do I... Maybe jumping in the water is the best. Oh wait, I could just walk around at this point. I'm silly. At least I think, right? Oh god, be careful. Or maybe I'm not silly. No, yeah, we'll just... My night elf looks so much like Soraka, I just realized from League of Legends. She looks just like Soraka. Oh, I like the Chinese New Year lanterns. It's pretty awesome. Lake Ella Lunara. I'm sleepy. I'm so sleepy. Ooh.
I'm listening.
Well, this is kind of a vibe. Look at this. Let's get a clip out of this. I was finishing my breakfast taco. There we go. Oops. It's kind of cool. Yeah, Warcraft is a vibe. I love Warcraft. I like this spot. I might come back to this spot. Look at all these people dancing. Whoa.
Come get the voodoo.
Whoa. My face is up here, Night Elf. Whoa. Whoa, mama. She laughed at me. Whoa, mama. Damn, girl. Look at her. She's like twerking.
Loktar!
Loktar. Dabu. We're being attacked. Zug Zug. Ooh, these ones are like purple. Yeah, Warcraft is so awesome. Whee! Alright, we're almost to the flight path. 10 hours later.
I am. Where would you like to fly to?
So there's Dark Shore, and there's Teldrassil, right? Yeah.
Del Mazo.
Nice. I want another breakfast taco, but I'll wait till tomorrow to eat more. Freaking love breakfast tacos. Instead of getting breakfast sandwiches, I got breakfast burritos this time. But tomorrow I may get some breakfast sandwiches too. Ooh, look how pretty. Wow. Oh yeah, wait, let's do this thing. Oh, how cool is that? Yeah, I'm getting ready for bed soon. I'm sleepy. We'll finish the Druid Bear quest tomorrow. Oh yeah, and I just remembered there's so many things I want to do, but there's a game that I used to play on Nintendo a long time ago. It's called The Adventures of Lolo. I wanted to maybe play some Adventures of Lolo tomorrow, but we'll do more. We're always going to do Warcraft for the next 2 months because I got the 60-day thing. But I love Warcraft, don't get me wrong. Warcraft is a vibe. I'll be doing some Warcraft, but then I like variety streaming too, just switch things up. We got a bunch of games we want to play though. And we gotta beat Tekken 8. If anything, this week, maybe tomorrow I'll beat Tekken 8 also. Because we're on chapter like 12 and there's only like 15 chapters. Maybe play some ranked matches for fun. Oh, Dabu. Wee. I love the boats in this game too. Just a cool game. It's kind of crazy. I've been playing Hardcore Classic for a while. You know, or like I took like a month off, but you know what I mean. I've just learned a lot. It's just crazy all the places I've explored. I've explored a lot of the Eastern Kingdoms, a decent amount of Kalimdor. Jeez, I could probably turn my texture settings up a bit. Look at this. Jeez Louise. I do think I have my settings on like low. Tomorrow is almost certainly going to be a chill day for me. I never take days off. I really well, like I'll stream. Streaming isn't too bad. Like I'll definitely stream tomorrow, but I may just like, or if like I thought I could like sometimes clean. Well, I already have cleaned around this area, but not do a super intense like thing like I've been doing. Well, that's cool looking. It's a cool screenshot. Wow, look how cool this game is, man.
Ishnuala. To maintain our link to the mainland, we have hippogriffs constantly flying between Rutheran Village and Darkshore. Farewell.
Farewell. It just looks so much more cinematic with the... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Without the UI on. I was trying to do this. But you gotta set commands when you do that. Let's read chat real quick. Stay engaged with chat. Oh, you like the view, Priya? Hey, honey pie. Weren't the fireworks cool? I got a good clip for the. And tomorrow I definitely am gonna make a Booyah episode. But yeah, I've been just prioritizing. It's all good. I've been taking care of stuff I need to take care of. It's all good.
What brings you here?
What brings you here?
What brings you here? All right, we're back, baby. What I'll do is I'll turn in this quest or whatever. Hopefully I did what I needed to do. Cause I remember the one time I like wasn't. Return here in night. It was up here. I'm just gonna trust that it's right over here.
Welcome, my sister. If you are here to train, then I would be delighted to train you. There are rumors of strife within the Cenarian circle, but you should pay such loose talk no heed. Our archdruid Fandral Staghelm leads us and all of Teldrassil to
Where am I
glory.
supposed to go now? It's okay, I'm getting tired. But I remember I did this like last time too, where did I not? I probably had to talk to the guy that was in Seek at the Great. I probably just totally. I probably need to go back to Moonglade. But I'm gonna do it tomorrow because I'm just getting really tired. Yeah, I did this last time. Look, I forgot to go back to this stupid guy. Oh my god. All right, yeah. We'll come back tomorrow. Wow, that really shows how out of it I am. I thought to come back to this guy. That's okay. Yeah, and then we'll shoot off these fireworks tomorrow because I'm just getting tired. I totally did that last time. That's great. Gotta love it. Ooh. Alright, guys. Ooh. That's not what I wanted to do. Because I keep...
Hail to the night!
Alright, guys. That's going to be it for me. Thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow we'll be on. We'll probably stream earlier tomorrow. And we'll get bear form. It'll be a big party. We'll have a fun time. Maybe we'll play. Oh, you were trying to tell me. Yeah. When I'm tired, I just totally. You're passing. Yes, there. No, the other one. Turn around. Darnassus Flight was right next to the Thunder Bluff one. Oh, okay. But yeah, I missed turning in the quest. It's okay though. I'm not worried about it, and I'll enjoy the scenic flight tomorrow. But yeah, I'll get on early tomorrow and we'll play games. We'll have fun. Good night, everybody.
Praised.
See you guys later. Let me play you guys out. I always like to play like a tune. There we go. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys, to the Stars Align, the most electric stream in all of Azeroth. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and let's keep eating breakfast burritos together. Yeah. Hey. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow. Peace.